Up next on the spot, it's part one of our two-part Tokyo Game Show extravaganza. And I can safely say right up front that there ain't no cliffhangers here. We're genuine like Gucci, raw like sushi, and tonight we'll look at some of the hottest footage coming out of the East, like Soul Calibur, Metal Gear Solid, and yes, Africa. But this ain't no clip show. We've got some games on lock too, including the recently reviewed World in Conflict, the new Team Fortress 2 beta, and the Xbox 360 version of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw '08. We already put Alex in the sleeper hold and shaved his head and everything. On the Spot begins now! Hello and welcome to On the Spot. This is our weekly show where we talk about video games, but Ryan Davis.
Hey, Jeff Gerstmann.
Hey.
How's it going?
Great. This is a special episode.
That's right. We're in Tokyo.
That's right.
Hello, Tokyo.
Beautiful Tokyo.
As you can tell by our background, it's the TGS edition of On the Spot.
That's right.
And, we'll be focusing on all sorts of awesomeness that's coming out of Japan right now.
Yeah, that's right. We have a full team over there running up huge bills, running around Tokyo, spending all kinds of money.
Eating out of vending machines.
Eating out of vending machines, doing whatever it is they do over there.
I think fight robots.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of that, too.
There's definitely a lot of robots. But that doesn't mean that we're just going to be focusing on the stuff that's happening over there. We have some stuff over here. Isn't that right, Alex Navarro?
Boy, we sure do, Jeff Gerstmann. We've got games galore. We've got World in Conflict, we've got SmackDown, we've got Team Fortress 2. It's going to be madness.
Madness. I do like madness.
These are all great games that we're going to have fun demos of today. I'm personally really excited to see some of Team Fortress 2 in action. Yes,
in action for sure. But speaking of the madness, I think we should just start with what seems to be the biggest thing going at Tokyo Game Show right now. And that's Metal Gear Solid 4.
Isn't Metal Gear Solid always the biggest thing coming out of TGS, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
It seems like every year that there's a TGS, like, oh, there's a new Metal Gear trailer of some kind.
Well, guess what?
What?
There's a new Metal Gear Solid trailer of some kind.
Awesome!
We have it!
More awesome!
Let's watch it!
Yes!
That's why Liquid has me helping him hijack the system, because I know how Foxdie works. Please, you must rescue me. Preparations for his insurrection are nearly complete. There's no time to waste. Snake, hurry!
There's 20 of them, and they're not from that PMC praying mantis either. It's the frogs.
These guys are with Liquid's private army. Shoot first, think later. We'll change the route as necessary. I'm on point. Got it? Eye contact. The nanomachine network inside each unit member's body lets us share each other's senses. With SOP, my team can literally operate as one. So, what do you think? Is your age of heroes finally over?
I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be.
You haven't changed at all, Snake.
Pretty sweet, huh? Whoa, hold it. Watch where you pointing that thing.
Who are you?
Neither enemy
nor friend. I'm a weapons wholesaler. All shapes, all sizes. All you see here has been laundered. I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods. Then you can use them without having to match IDs. In other words, I'm a gun launderer. You can call me Drebbit. Privatizing the military's made the PMCs big and bloated. And the fatter the PMCs get, the line between civilian and soldier is gonna get real blurry. The whole damn human race is gonna be green collars.
Vamp. He's got to be immortal.
The hell are these patriots? Are they human? Not anymore, they ain't. They're the law of this world, created over the course of history. They're what holds this world together, keeps this whole mess in check.
Let's go.
Sunny was taken by the Patriots right after she was born. She never even met her parents.
Snake! This is a non-smoking flight!
This is Rat Patrol Team 01. We're with the CID, one of the bodies investigating PMC activity.
Very impressive, CQC, Snake. Call me Mama. Big Mama.
Liquid! It's not over. Not yet. This is the liberty we've won for ourselves. Outer Haven.
See, Sonny? Us girls have to look our best.
Her name was Olga. My mother.
Drop your weapon!
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
Careful, I'm no rookie. I'm a 10-year vet.
How the hell did you ever survive 10 years? Who's there?
Go away! I'm not done yet!
Stop right there!
No!
Get back here! Here they come!
And we are back. Joining me right now is Jason Ocampo. And
Hey.
what have you brought with you?
I brought a little game called World in Conflict, Alex.
Little game.
Little
that
game.
kind of snuck up on everybody and turned out to be one of the the best real-time strategy games in years.
This is the craziest RTS multiplayer game I've ever played. It's like an action game, but it looks like an RTS game. You know, the best analogy is it's like Battlefield 2, but instead of piloting single guy, you've got tanks and armor and artillery and everything. And this is right now we're in an 8-on-8 multiplayer battle in Seattle, the battle for Seattle.
Oh, yeah,
it's
nice.
my
I see Space
hometown.
Needle there, yeah.
And you're going to see right now why this game is so awesome. You see the city's kind of relatively intact right now. We're going to take a look at it in a few minutes. So after hopefully
After
some
some action has gone
some
down.
action has gone down. Basically, right now it's just a team on team, head on head, just trying to capture these objective points and kill the other team. I'm playing armor. I've got a couple heavy tanks right now. These are the toughest tanks there are. They're a bit slow, and I can only afford a couple of them at a time.
Now, which side are you playing right now?
I'm playing the Mother Russia, baby.
Okay.
Mother Russia.
So you're with the damn commies. I see how it is.
Yeah, the kingdom got already blown up, guys. I mean, we're at the Space Needle.
Over a Burger King?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's the best part of the intro.
You know,
they don't have the hokey moment where like a Russian tank drives over an American flag.
No.
It drives over a Burger King, which might as well be the
It's an
American
80s
flag.
style, like home of the Whopper Burger King too, because this is set in the late 80s, right? This is
1989.
alternate history type thing.
We have Whitesnake in this soundtrack,
Oh,
guys.
nice.
Whitesnake
And Chris Cornell for some
Chris
reason,
Cornell.
because he was, he had a solo career in the 80s.
And Alec Baldwin.
And Alec Baldwin,
Alec
who is as
Baldwin.
much a symbol of the 80s as anything, really.
I was checking out the other audio credits. Dwight Schultz.
Who?
Murdoch.
Oh, Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Oh, dip.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate 80s TV show, right? So here I am. Here's the kind of example of why this is a great multiplayer game. I'm playing Heavy Armor. I'm kind of going after these guys who are anti-air, who are shooting down our choppers, but they're falling back. It's all, you can't, one player just can't dominate the map. They need to work together as a team. I don't have any cover, I don't have any support, and I'm just going to get blown away by all these guys. Meanwhile, the rest of my team's here. We've got some guys playing helicopters. There's different classes of them, so you can have heavy, you can have medium, light. They all have different things they can do. Other guys are playing anti-air, some are playing artillery. Just take a look, and you see all of a sudden the destruction we're seeing right here. And let me call up a bunch of medium. See, I have when I look over here, I have points. So basically, I always have this set number of points. If a unit gets destroyed, its cost gets refunded here. I can just buy new units to get parachuted in. So I'll buy a couple APCs and some medium tanks. I already have a drop zone over here. And my tanks, you'll see a big plane fly down. Here it comes. And it's just going to airdrop the units right into the battle.
Nice.
So, the great thing about this game is it's just relentless. There's no downtime in this game. You join a server and you don't wait around for it to start over. It's like an action game. If there's a slot open, you're just automatically into the battle.
You're just in. You're teamed up with other people on your side, and it's just pure cooperative, real-time strategying.
Yeah, with an awesome environmental damage. Oh, here it comes. Carpet bomb. Boom. Look at that. And you can see the bomber right up there.
Why didn't it blow up the Space Needle?
Well, he missed the Space Needle. I've been hearing stories. People have been nuking the Space Needle, and hopefully somebody will get there. This is what we're called tactical aids.
Some more blowing up stuff over there.
Yeah, this game does smoke better than any game I've ever seen. Look at the just.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. But
beautiful destruction.
Beautiful destruction. Napalm.
Napalm.
Napalm. I love this.
No, let's not make that joke. Let's just not make that joke.
All right. So here's the thing. So as you're playing the game and you're killing the enemy, you're helping your team, you're like repairing other guys, you're transporting infantry around. You gain points and you use these points to buy things. I don't have a lot of points right now. I'm trying to get some more. But here's Napalm Strike, air, A-10 kind of Warthog kill tanks. This is kind of like radar support, so you can look behind enemy lines, paratroopers, cluster bombs, precision artillery, everything, carpet bombing.
So you need about a good 70 or so more points before you can get
one thing I can do is I can just start giving the points to my teammate.
How do you know they'll even do it?
Well, there's built-in VoIP in the game, so unfortunately we're not mic'd up and we're not talking to our guys.
That might be for the best.
Yeah, we could be all screaming at each other like, "Give me some points right now, I can nuke."
I gotcha.
And it'll be airstrike right there. This game is just every inch of this battle is alive.
Gotcha. So, hey, Jeff Gersman, you got any questions about this one?
I do. I think my big question is, I just started playing the single-player campaign and got through the first mission. Now we're seeing the multiplayer here, but how is the single-player different, and how does that whole campaign work?
Well, the single-player campaign is basically very similar to the multiplayer campaign in that, you're still doing the same things you are in multiplayer. You're controlling a small group of units, you're in a bigger battlefield. In a sense, you're learning the game. What's really cool is even though the single-player campaign got built after they built the multiplayer game, they made a really good single-player campaign. It's got a great story, excellent voice acting. It actually, it takes you all over the world and you're just blowing up everything. You're blowing up New York, you're blowing up Seattle, you get to go to Mother Russia and take the fight, finish the fight
straight
there.
Straight to
Well,
Russia,
not
right?
finish the fight there. Yeah, straight to Russia. You go to Russia, you go to France, and you get to blow up a lot of France, and we can all get behind that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah.
Here comes another Napalm Strike. But it's a 14-mission single-player campaign. Oh, that hit me.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy. So, anyways.
That's not doing you any favors.
14-mission single-player campaign. You'll get through it probably about, depending how good you are at RTS games, maybe it's 5-6 hours. Maybe, if you're relatively new, it's maybe 8-10, depends. But it's really captivating. It just takes you all over the place, and you get to blow up a lot of stuff.
Cool. Any more questions?
Yeah, we're getting a ton of questions.
All right.
I've actually got a question
Yeah,
myself
okay,
here.
lay it out.
This is a game that has DirectX 10 support.
Yes.
It's kind of one of the big games to really roll out with that. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at the DirectX 10 or are we looking at the DirectX 9 version? And Jason, if you could talk a little bit about what your experience has been with the difference between the two.
I've played both DX9 and DX10, DX10 at home. They both look phenomenal. This is DX9, and you can just look how good it looks. DX10, I mean, it's not oh my god better, but you look at it and you realize, wow, that does look better. You have a lot more atmospheric lighting, things like God rays through the battlefield, so you have just light shafts coming through the clouds. A little more realistic smoke, like when you have a helicopter fly over it, the smoke actually blows away by the rotor wash, that kind of stuff. The main gameplay thing is in multiplayer with DX10, you can do dual monitor. That won't be a lot of help for a lot of people, since a lot of people don't have dual monitors. But that's the only major difference. But this is one of those games where, yeah, DX9 looks spectacular. You see DX10, it looks, yeah, that's pretty good. I wouldn't say go out and buy, Vista Machine and DX10 card just for that, but it does look pretty.
Cool. Jeff, can we get some user questions now?
Yes, we can. William in New York asks, he says, I have a 5-year-old PC. The graphics look super high tech. Is he going to be able to run it? Does it scale well?
It's great you asked that, because we do have a hardware performance guide on the site right now where they kind of took a look at some of the older hardware, and they have image comparisons, so you can look at what low detail is to high. A 5-year-old PC is kind of pushing it though. This is a very intensive game because it's not just visual. All this calculation it does for the damage, that has that takes a lot of CPU too. So this is a game that will kind of push your CPU. If you had like a 3-year-old PC, I'd feel probably better. 5 is, I'd hate to say it, but this is, I think, one of the examples of, I hate to use the word next-gen PC gaming, but it's elevates the entire genre. And
but do you think this is a game that's worth re-upping for?
I think this is certainly a game that's worth re-upping for, especially in the context that we're also getting just a slew of other big games, PC games. We've been waiting for a long time for all these Vista games to start arriving. So we have this, we have the Crisis demo next week. I mean, this is
kind of the start of that.
This is the start of this is what the PC can do, kids. Let's get on the bandwagon again.
All right. Any more questions?
Yeah, here's our last question from Kyle in British Columbia. Just wants to know, can you zoom into ground level? I mean, there's a lot of zooming in the game.
So there's a lot of zooming. It's obviously, it's easier to control, see the battlefield if you go up. There's a map view here, I can look here. But, you can zoom in, and it looks great. I mean, and if not for all the explosions, the detail level is pretty, a lot of smoke. Let me get in
there you go, there you go. There's a lot
more. You can see, like, the detail on each guy. If you look at the early screenshots of this game when they were in development, all the screenshots were basically from ground level, and they look like almost like an action game. And you can just kind of see.
Those are some sharp-looking, little rocket tanks there and whatever.
This is the closest you ever want to be in an artillery barrage in your life right now. And there goes a crane.
Nice.
Yeah, fully destructible. And it's not just explosions will crater the ground, and that will create cover. So you have a nuke, it'll dig out a big crater, you can hide in it. Although the radiation might get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. That was our last question. Reviews up on the site. What'd you give it?
Give it a 9.5, Alex.
Yeah.
You had to go out there, but this
highest score this year so far for us.
Exactly, but this is RTS that's just thrilling to play. It's easy to get into. It has spectacular to look at. This game is just amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. That's looking pretty awesome.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I ran out and picked it up. The collector's edition comes with a piece of the Berlin Wall.
Excellent. How big is it?
It's like a little rock. Nothing too big.
I figured it would be pretty pebble sized.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Does it have like paint on it? Can you tell that it was like on the outside of the Berlin Wall?
No, not necessarily.
Just like a little piece of concrete.
Yeah.
That could be anything, dude.
Yeah, it could be. It's sealed in plastic if that helps.
Oh.
But let's kick it out to Tokyo. These guys have been sending some stuff back pretty routinely. We've got some amazing stuff from them. And this first bit is going to be a bit from before the show. Sony had a little get-together, and maybe we can catch a good look at the DualShock 3, their new Rumble controller.
Sweet, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it is the day before TGS, and we are wrapping up our Wednesday evening here for us by attending Sony's cocktail party down here in the middle of Tokyo at one of their head offices. They have a swank video screen behind me that I don't know if you can see is a couple different massive screens that would look really awesome in your living room, but none of us could probably afford it. So, anywho, on top of like the really nice TVs, they have a bunch of different PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Network games, that they're all just kind of giving everybody a teaser for. And there's not much else to say other than you guys want to see the games, and so do we, so let's go.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mark Rain at Sony's pre-TGS event right here in the middle of Tokyo. How you doing, Mark?
I'm great.
Cool.
Enjoying Japan?
Yes, yes. A little hot, but you know, we're making it work.
Humid here, isn't it?
It certainly is. So before we get into Unreal Tournament 3, which is what we're looking at here, can you tell us, just as a Western and mostly PC-focused developer, what does TGS mean to you guys at Epic Games? Like, how does that fit into your overall strategy?
Well, TGS has always been an important show if you're doing anything with PlayStation, obviously. We're in the home of PlayStation. In fact, we're in the shrine to PlayStation, if you will, today. And so it's just an important show to be at if you're serious about this this marketplace and this console.
So we are looking at UT3, as I said. We're looking at the PS3 version. Can you tell us what sets the PS3 version apart from the PC? Like, what are some kind of exclusive features or some unique mechanics that we might look for in there?
Well, actually, to reverse that question, I think what's very cool about the PS3 version is what doesn't set it apart from the PC version. I mean, we have pretty much mostly the same maps, and we have the same style of gameplay. We even have keyboard and mouse support, and more importantly, we have mods. We have the ability for end users to create mods on their PC and bring them across to PlayStation 3, and to me, that's really exciting. I mean, what makes it a great PlayStation 3 game is the control. Just as you played it a bit, and I'm sure you know now, the control just feels just right. It's great to play it multiplayer. Obviously, you set up a game and off you go and you play with your buddies. So, I mean, all those things have always been great about UT, and I think we've done a really good job tweaking the controls to make them feel just right. But for me, what's exciting is what we're bringing over from the PC, not what we're abandoning from the PC.
Right. Cool.
So there's motion control for the hoverboard, which you use in CTF and Warfare game types, and there's also motion controller for, you remember the Redeemer? So you now fly the Redeemer. You can fly the Redeemer with the motion control, but it's optional. You can turn it on or off.
Hey everyone, I'm Guy Cocker. I'm here at Sony Computer Entertainment's pre-Tokyo Game Show kind of showing, and here for the first time that I've seen is Loco Roco Coco Retro. I've got Kuona-san, who's the director for the title, and he's going to give us a quick run-through of the game.
In the game, you have one Loco Roco sleeping, and then you rock the controller, the 6-axis controller, in order to wake him up. Then a butterfly appears that the Loco Roco is called Kokorecho. And you can control that with the left analog stick. If you hold down the circle button, this aura appears and stays on the screen as long as you hold down the circle button. And if you have the Loco Roco within that circle, it'll try to get to the butterfly. And so you lead the Loco Roco that's awake to Loco Rocos that are sleeping, and if they make contact, the sleeping Loco Roco wakes up. Also, if there are Loco Rocos sleeping on the branches like that, if you shake it, it'll wake up.
Mr. Chira is 217 yards from the pin. He's going to use the 4-wood here. He lines up a shot. Got a little wind coming from the east to west. That's looking good. It's going to clear the tree. Is it going to get off? Oh, that's in the trap.
We've done away with the bar. And as you see, there's no bar here. It is just the swing. So you have to time your swing based on how far your backswing is. And it'll shine yellow at the 50% mark, which is right here. And then obviously the 100% mark is the red. And for impact, a ball will appear, and you want to get it as close to the ball as you can. On the PS2, you could only see one hole, but with the PS3 now, you can also see the adjacent holes, and that obviously changes the strategy of your course management.
What we've done with Flow Expansion Pack is we've brought in one new creature with a whole new campaign, new enemy, some new power-up foods, and we've also introduced the ability to do multiplayer mix and match same screen. So now you can be a snakefish and a jelly and a puffer and a hunter all at the same time. Each creature has kind of their own emotion to go with it, and the puffer, it's about surprise. You know, you get too close to them, or it's Kindred here, and they get upset. They puff out, surprise you. he can do the same thing. I can armor up, and when he puffs out, little spikes come out. As he grows, they get bigger, larger. He gains more segments, as every other creature does in Flow. And eventually he's actually capable of knocking foods out of some enemies.
Hey guys, I am at Sony's pre-TGS event here in the middle of Tokyo on the eve of the Tokyo Game Show. I'm here with Frank Simon, who is an executive producer on a whole bunch of Sony games, including Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. How are you doing, Frank?
A little bit of promotion there. I'm a senior producer, but thank you, though. A lot of the different things you see in Uncharted are intentionally done. No UI, no HUD. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep you in the moment. When you get shot, you know, you're taking kind of a contextual damage. You know, your heart rate goes up. You actually hear it going on. A grenade goes off too close. It blows your ears out. You actually hear the high-pitched ringing. All trying to keep you in that moment, and then actually starting to, you know, pay attention to the, you know, more subtle things in the game that, you know, really give you that cinematic feel. The enemies are working together in context. I talked a little bit about using a little bit better AI to actually flush you out of your position and things like that. Elena actually does help you out quite a bit. You're trying to keep her alive because what she's doing is she's trying to get off the island with you. Obviously, you both crash landed on the island. And you're seeing her kind of providing a little bit of cover fire occasionally. You'll see her ducking cover, using the cover intelligently as well. Getting enemies to duck behind will actually give you an opportunity to advance, just like you would with a partner in a small squad. Obviously, Drake is not Iron Man. He's not going to be out and stopping bullets. So you actually need to get the enemies to duck down behind cover and have an opportunity to advance on them.
All right, thanks a lot, Frank.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
All right, later.
And that was a look at what Sony had going on before TGS started. Now, that was before the actual announcement. Kaz Hirai gave the keynote for day one of the show, and that's where they laid out the DualShock 3.
Not a big surprise.
Yeah,
really.
no.
They've been rumored a lot since the PS3 came out.
Yeah, and for those that don't, that name doesn't necessarily do anything for you. They're taking the 6-axis controller, they're putting Rumble in it.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Brad a little bit about it last night, and he said it was more like the PS2 controller in terms of weight.
Yeah.
But you could tilt it and it would shake.
Now it says, you look at the top, like all the concept shots they have of it, it says both DualShock 3 and 6-axis. So is it now technically called the DualShock 3 6-axis? Or is it the 6-axis DualShock 3?
They should call it the Shock Axis.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Enough about that. Let's kick it back to the west side of the world.
Which is the best side.
The west side is the best side.
Really?
You're actually exactly right, yes. And over to the other side of the studio where Alex Navarro has SmackDown, we had the Wii version on, but now you have the 360 version, Alex.
Yeah, I sure do. This is a game I'm very excited about, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. And what we've got here is an ECW Extreme Rules match.
All right, cool.
Between Tommy Dreamer and Elijah Dushku, or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
It's Elijah Burke, dude.
What is it?
Elijah Burke.
I don't know. I don't watch the new ECW because it kind of sucks. But yeah. So,
all right, before we get into the game, you know, what can you tell us? I mean, ECW, obviously the third split-off brand.
Yes.
And, you know, this is their Tuesday night show that's on Sci-Fi. This is actually a match that pretty much happened this week. They had, a little four-way action. Tommy Dreamer, Elijah Burke, they both want CM Punk's title.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I imagine
everyone in ECW would want the ECW title, so that would make sense.
Well, all right, let's take a look at the match then and see.
This match is just a standard Extreme Rules match, and basically you can hit dudes with stuff, and it's cool, like that.
You're playing Tommy Dreamer here.
Yes, I am. And one of the things you can do with some of the weapons now is you can actually attach them to body parts and then do stuff like this.
Very
I just
cool.
broke that dude's ankle.
Just like the real thing.
Does stuff like the chairs deform when you smack them into a dude's head?
Yeah, you get a limited number of uses with some of those weapons. So, and you know, as they deform, they eventually become useless. So
that was a new little menu there. You could actually go.
Yeah, you get a little radio menu. You can switch from the different weapons, and then like there's these different superstar like abilities. Oh wow, that was ridiculous.
That's something Tommy Dreamer would do.
Yeah, it is, for no good reason.
Gave himself a folding wedgie.
He's hardcore.
Oh, God, my face. Yeah, I was going to show you something, but then he went and picked up that weapon, so now I got to get the hell back up here, and then...
he's just going to hit you with a chair again. Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. All right. Now just wait. Oh, yeah, chop. There we go.
Woo! So, of course, the Extreme Rules matches, you know, no real rules.
Okay, now here's the special thing he can do, because he's hardcore. He basically busts himself open.
Awesome.
Which makes him, like, way more into...
Yes. Yes, all right.
You're into that, right? Yeah?
I like that a lot.
Okay, now check this out. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. This is not going to be comfy for anyone involved.
Oh,
God.
That's not cool at all.
No. So, yeah, all right, now I'm going to grab another weapon here. Let's see. Hey, how about a barbed wire 2x4?
How about a barbed wire 2x4?
Now, do you have an unlimited number of these things?
Yeah, check this out. Now I'm setting it on fire.
Awesome! Hit him with the flaming 2x4.
Okay.
Hit him some more.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
this is great. I love it.
Burn him! Burn him!
I thought this was supposed to be wrestling.
It is. This is what
This
wrestling
is
is.
extreme wrestling.
This is what wrestling is now.
This is a man being beaten mercilessly.
Yeah, you
within
know.
an inch of his life with fire and barbed wire.
It's extreme.
It's
extreme.
It's uncomfortable.
Not necessarily as extreme as it was some years ago, but still relatively extreme.
Do they still do lots of cutting?
Blading,
Yeah.
you
Do-
mean?
do they blade?
They
Blade
take a
a
lot of
fair amount.
aspirin to thin out their blood so that they bleed more when they blade?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Do these virtual wrestlers
Check
take
this
lots
out.
of
I'm
aspirin?
going to do. I'm pulling a Sabu here with Tommy Dreamer. I'm pulling a Sabu. Oh,
you know, I bet Tommy Dreamer couldn't do that. That's my.
I'm gonna guess that you're right.
Hence the magic of video games.
Video games are awesome.
DDT.
He is bleeding.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
there
cool.
you go. You got hit in the face.
So is that face wound that Dreamer has there gonna get worse over the course
He
of the
drips
match?
blood in the ring over time, like as you're going.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get worse, but like you definitely like see the blood kind of get all over everything. All right, let's try this one out.
I've got a follow-up question. Why do they even have a ref in the ring
check
for
this out.
match?
Well, someone has to. The match still ends with a pin.
They still got to do a 3
count
count
to 3. Yeah.
Okay.
This is maybe not a popular opinion. I think ECW is the best wrestling show they're doing these days.
You know what? Here's the thing. I think ECW sucks, and I think you're right.
yeah, exactly.
Because wrestling has gotten really, really bad in the last year.
ECW is just the show that is the most stripped down and doesn't have, Vince McMahon and midgets running around all the time. Which on paper sounds awesome.
Yeah.
really
No, on
does.
paper,
In
I'm kind of
practice,
way into
not.
that.
What
but-
about divas? Are there lots of ECW divas?
There are some.
There are some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as many more.
There are 3,
ratio.
and they danced. They're in a Timbaland video.
Oh,
They're in
sweet.
the Timbaland video.
I love Timbaland.
I love that Timbaland.
I love that The Way I Are song. You know?
Timbaland.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
All right, Alex. Let's beat on him for a couple more seconds here
What I'm doing.
while I find some.
Here we go. Here we go.
I see the blood.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, that's.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Anders in Norway wants to know: can you hit the referee?
Yeah, totally.
Hit the referee, dude. What are you doing?
Referee.
Go hit him. Oh,
he's kind of trying to get out of my way here. Hold on. See if I can.
Not locked onto him.
Yeah, I'm not locked onto him. I'm trying to remember how to. Nah, it's more difficult than it looks. He's trying to get away from me because he doesn't want to get hit.
Well, how about
Oh, that gave Elijah
he's
Burke
getting a weapon.
time to get a weapon.
Could you strut around the ring looking very tough a little bit?
There you go. I'm taunting, I guess. That's a taunt.
Looks like you're stretching. Has he got a broom?
It's like a, I don't know what the hell that is. It's like a
rake?
snow shovel or something.
Mark in London has a very important question. Who
I like
puts
it.
all the weapons under the ring?
Stagehands?
Wait a minute. So you're saying the weapons are planted there ahead of time specifically?
No,
for
I
people
would
to
never
pull them
say
out?
that. I would never suggest anything like that.
Are you saying that this event is scripted?
No,
Ahead
no,
of
no,
time?
no, no,
Under
no,
the
no, no,
ring
no, no,
is the
no.
most sensible place for storage in a restaurant.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's out of the way.
you
It's
know.
like, you never know when you need like a bunch of tables,
Right.
Or perhaps some lighter fluid.
Oh!
Or, I find a good place to keep
Oh!
a sledgehammer is directly under the ring.
Exactly.
That's handy. It's a good place to hide too if you're a new
Yeah,
guy
your
and you're looking
face,
to, make a
homie.
big splash. Why not hide under the ring and come out?
Yeah, sure.
Devin in Washington wants to know: is it hard to control the characters? What's the control like compared to last year, Alex?
It seems a little slower. I mean,
Yeah?
I've only been playing it like today. Oh, I just put that trash can on his head. And I'm gonna
Slower doesn't necessarily seem like a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just and like, they've really redone a lot of the control scheme in spots. Like just like all the weapon control stuff is all new. So that's that's kind of, it was hard to get used to at first, but now that I kind of got a hang of it, like I can pretty much beat this dude senseless, and it's awesome.
Does it still basically feel like SmackDown though, or
yeah,
have they-
basically. I mean, it's still based off what they did last year. You still got all the crazy, total control grapple moves and all that stuff. It's still just run up, kick the dude in the face, flick the right analog stick, do a grapple move, do your finisher, taunt him a little bit, hit a dude with a barbed wire 2x4 that's on fire, and then you win, I think. So yes, it feels like SmackDown.
Excellent.
Awesome. Well, thanks for showing it, Alex.
That's cool.
The game is WWE SmackDown. When is this game coming out?
November, I think?
November.
I think.
Like everything else,
Yeah.
it's coming out in
It
November.
usually comes out in November. I'm just going to say November.
And it's coming out on like a zillion different platforms. Like we did the Wii version last week, of course, which has all the crazy taunts with the crotch chops and the you can't see me's and the Randy Ortons and the strutting.
And then there's also PS3.
I think I like watching your pantomimes better than I actually like the game. Yeah.
And there are also PS3 and PS2 versions, so yes.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff. It's coming out for every platform it possibly can.
So if you like WWE and you own a thing that plays
If you own an
games,
Intellivision, you're good to go.
Excellent.
You're good
Can't
to go.
wait for the Intellivision.
And we are good to go back to Japan, where we're going to take a look at Square Enix, a popular company with the kids in Japan.
It's true.
And the kids here in the States. The kids around the world love it. Let's see what they had to show at Tokyo Game Show this year.
What's up, everybody? Homer Rabara coming at you once again from Tokyo Game Show 2007. I'm here in front of the Square Enix booth with my man Klee. How you doing, Klee?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm great, man. It's Tokyo Game Show. And as far as I understand it, this is your first Tokyo Game Show, right?
Yes. This is actually my first year at TGS.
How do you feel about it?
It's great.
Awesome. So you're here, Square Enix. Give us a rundown of what you guys got on display this year.
This year we're showing Dragon Quest IV. We're also showing Final Fantasy IV, Crisis Core on PSP, and Star Ocean first.
Okay, so why don't you lead us through your booth and show us what we got here. Usually they're notorious for shutting down press, but we have the inside edge today, baby. We got Klee. So he's going to take us behind the scenes here at the Square Enix booth. And as you can see, this place is just massive. Square Enix, obviously a huge publisher and developer out here in Japan. They are notorious for the Final Fantasy franchise. And as you can see, the sea and mass of media that have accumulated here. This is only day one. This is media only day today, but yet it is still packed with folks. We're weaving through the crowd here. Klee is taking us over here to Dragon Quest IV. And so Klee, what do we got here, man?
Okay, here we have Dragon Quest IV. The game was first released in Japan in 1990, and it was released in the US in 1992. And it was remade on the PlayStation 1 system in 2001. And now we have it on the DS. And what's new about the DS version is that there is a wireless play, multiplayer function, where you can build your town and trade characters with another player.
So that's Dragon Quest IV. Now we got some more products down the way here, right?
Next up we have Final Fantasy Tactics A2.
All right, so let's take a look over here. And now this is for the PSP, right?
This is actually for the DS.
Oh, the DS. I stand corrected. So give us a lowdown on Final Fantasy Tactics A2.
So Final Fantasy Tactics A2 is part of the Evilist Alliance. So the basic gameplay is very similar to the PSP version of the Final Fantasy Tactics. And the story is a lot simpler. The game is targeted more towards a younger audience.
Final Fantasy Tactics A2 for the DS. Let's move on. What else we got here, Klee?
Back here, I'll show you guys Chocobo Dungeon.
The booth is huge, so I'm sweating, as you can start to see already.
Actually, we're giving away a flashlight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so let's go on with the tour.
Okay, cool. Let's check it out. We are going inside the Square Enix booth as we speak. Nobody standing in our way. Nobody trying to shut us down, because we got Klee, baby. We got Klee. So what do we got going on here, man?
It's created by Yuki Yokoyama. And the producer also created Final Fantasy Fable Chocobo Tales on DS. And this game, basically you use the Wii controller horizontally. So there's the mini games, you can actually use the motion sensor and the card battles as well. So this is a dungeon game, and there's actually a Wi-Fi function where you can play card battles against other players around the world.
Very, very cool. When is this expected to come out?
It's still to be determined.
Worldwide, though?
I think for now it's just Japan.
Okay, cool. So us unfortunate souls in North America are going to have to import this game, but that's okay. So Klee, we're moving on a little bit more. What else we got on display here?
I'll show you guys Crisis Core on PSP.
Okay, we're back here at the Crisis Core section of the Square Enix booth. So Klee, give us a breakdown of Crisis Core.
So here we have Crisis Core on PSP. The game is basically a tie-in between other Final Fantasy VII titles, like the original Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation, and they're just servers. And there's a lot of familiar characters in the game, like Cloud, Sephiroth, Aerith.
It looks gorgeous, man. I mean, this is, they got a lot of in-game cutscenes, as you can see here, and it's exciting. So this game is coming out Japan only so far, or what do you know about?
It's going to be released in the US, but so far we haven't announced a release date.
Okay, that's fine. So
2008.
2008?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at what else you guys got here at Square.
Next up, we have the Star Ocean First, and this game was actually never localized for the North American audience, and now we have it port on the PSP. And the game has been, the graphic has been updated. It's in full 3D background with 2D characters, and the battle system is fully real-time. So you control your character, and the computer will control the rest of the party members. And the whole dialogue has been completely redone, so the story has been improved as well.
Awesome. And this is on PSP, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, so that's Star Ocean First Departure. And we're coming up to one of the biggest titles you guys have on display here, right?
Yes, we have a Final Fantasy IV.
Okay, cool. All right, so here we are, Final Fantasy IV on the DS. Klee, give us a little rundown.
So Final Fantasy IV is actually a very important title in the Final Fantasy series. It's the first title that the ATB system was introduced. So it's an active battle system, and the system is all the way developed until Final Fantasy XII. And there's character development in the game, and the DS version, it's actually in full 3D, like Final Fantasy III on DS.
Cool, man. So when can folks expect this one? Do you have an official date yet?
Actually, it's still to be announced.
Still to be announced. All right, Klee, well, wonderful job at your first Tokyo Game Show, your first on-camera appearance as well, I might add. And a lot of excitement here. Still day one, Tokyo Game Show 2007 from the Square Enix booth. GameSpot's continuing coverage of TGS 2007 continues. But until then, I'm Homer Ibarra, and I'm out.
And we are back. That was the Square booth. Square's always crazy at TGS because there's a whole area where they sell stuff separately from this part where they're showing games.
Right.
So everyone wants their, their Zippo lighter with Cloud on it. Or
I understand a lot of the other big Japanese companies do that as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on sale. Some of it's kind of rad. Like Capcom has a really neat area that has a whole lot of T-shirts and little Kobun statues and all that cool stuff.
Now, they just showed us, kind of gave us a brief tour of the Square Enix booth.
Yeah.
But there's also, my understanding, there's lots of stuff that's being shown in theaters and whatnot at TGS that we can't show because Square is always super crazy about
Right.
that
I mean, that's a lot of the booths over there are super crazy. We have a lot of guys running around with video cameras and get a lot of stuff like, no filming, get out of here. But, we got behind the scenes, got to see some of that. So you can head to tgs.gamespot.com to see our full coverage. But right now, let's roll into the next trailer, and this is Knights for the Wii.
Excellent.
Knights.
の世界へようこそ。もしも大空を自由自在に飛べたなら、ナイツと共に美しい夢の世界を救う冒険とは。父親の愛を失った少年と母親の愛を忘れた少女の夢の中の物語。そこは独創的で不思議なギミックが満載の夢の世界。夢の世界で2人はナイツと出会い 勇気を出して悪夢と戦う。2人にどんな冒険が待っているのか、そして彼らは悪夢に打ち勝つことができるのか。ナイツはいつもあなたの夢の中にいます。2007年クリスマス、世界中の親と子へナイツが素敵な愛を届けます。ナイツ星降る夜の物語。
And there you have it, Knights Journey of Dreams, coming out for the Wii in Japan this December. Though I don't know if it'll make it out here this year. There's some.
You think that's going to be an 08 release?
That was sounding more and more like an 08 release the last time I was reading GameSpot.com.
Well, Knights fans have been waiting 100 years so far for a Knights sequel, so I think they can stick it out for a couple more months if they have to.
Certainly, and another game that people have been waiting, thousands of years for a sequel. That's Team Fortress.
Yes.
And Team Fortress 2 just went into beta, and Jason Ocampo is over there playing it right now. So forget about me. Go see him.
Yeah, I got Jason Ocampo here with me again. He's getting ruthlessly murdered.
The kids are
at Team Fortress 2. He's going against ringers or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's a kid running around and it's a scout right now, and he's basically camping the base, running around. And the scouts are the fastest class in the game. It's like, just flying around, hitting everyone with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
it's pretty ruthless.
It sounds like excuses to me. Yeah. Anyway, so Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2, 9 years, well, not quite 9 years in development, but I remember way back after Half-Life 1 shipped. This is 1998. Like, Valve's like, okay, we got this game it's called Team Fortress 2, and it'll be out, like, hopefully in a year or two, and here we are near the end of 2007, and it's finally coming out.
And this is not necessarily the game that they kind of said it was originally going to be. It's sort of evolved in this whole other sort of cartoon, first-person shooter, hybrid something or other here.
Yeah, they decided to go. They realized like too many shooters, look too similar to each other. They're all military games, So they went with a completely over-the-top animated art style. I mean, it looks like something like the from Pixar, The Incredibles, as a shooter. Oops, there's a heavy. And if you've seen the videos, you can see the sense of humor they're going for in this entire game. The heavy who screams about who touched my gun and such. But this is a very intense multiplayer shooter, class-based. Team Fortress was pretty much the very first class-based multiplayer shooter there was, and they've really evolved quite a bit since then. So there's like about 8 different classes in the game. They all have just insanely different abilities and ways to play.
And you're playing as the engineer
here? I'm playing as the engineer. So
maybe that's why you're getting killed over and over again.
Yeah, and there's the guy with the scout. What happens, the engineer runs around with a shotgun, but his real strength is he can build things on the battlefield. So he can build a sentry gun, he can build teleporters, he can build a dispenser that kind of heals guys. The thing is, that's his role. The other guys carry the heavy machine gun, other guys carry the rocket launchers. It's all pretty balanced, and there's not one really great one. The spy is a cool one. He can turn into anyone else, like disguise himself. One of the very cool things with the 360 version is there's an achievement. If you can fool the other team's medic into healing you, you get like 20 points or something like that.
That's actually an achievement in the PC version too.
Yeah. It is.
Because the Steam community, they actually have achievements. It's not attached to the whole Microsoft thing, but they jacked it.
Yeah.
They've got achievements in this version too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just a really fun game. The beta just opened a couple days ago, and it's everyone's been jumping on it. You can get in on it too. All you have to do is pre-order the orange box, which is the most insanely great value in gaming right this year, it seems. And you get access to the the Team Fortress 2 beta right off the bat. This is shipping as part of the orange box on October 9th for the PC and the 360. I think I just shot my guy. Gotta pay attention.
They'll appreciate that.
I don't think so.
But to be clear, Jason, this beta stuff is only applicable to people who are pre-ordering the PC
version. Yes, right. The 360 version you're just gonna have to wait for the disc. But the orange box, for the 360 version, I believe it's a PC version as well. You're basically getting everything. You're getting Half-Life 2, Half-Life Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2. This and Portal, which is a really crazy, 3D puzzle game that you play first person. So any one of these, you could probably ship them separately, but Valve put them all together.
All right, well, I've got one question for you guys, and this is the one that just is coming in over and over again. We'll attribute it to whoever sent it in first, and that's John in Australia. Do the classes feel balanced?
You know, it's tough, depending on who you play with. Like, there's a kid who's playing as a scout right now, just owning everyone, and normally the scout dies pretty easy. He's wearing a t-shirt, for Pete's sake.
Well, that's why the scout jumps around like a crazy lunatic over and over again.
Flying. This kid, you know, it feels balanced. It's really a game that you need skill to win it, but at the same time, you know, I've seen people play all the classes really effectively if you know what you're doing. Like the medic doesn't seem like he can be scary, but team up with another player, you can make that other person invulnerable, and you can just bulldoze into a room and kill everyone in it. So you got to learn how to use the classes. But right now, yes, they do seem balanced, but Valve has a very good, will balance things out if things go a bit awry.
All right, well, thanks guys for showing it off. Team Fortress 2, if you've pre-ordered the game, you're probably playing it right now. Otherwise, you can wait for it to come out on the 10th. Right now, we're going to kick it into another trailer, and Ryan, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah? What moment is that?
You know, a lot of people waiting for that Metal Gear trailer.
Yeah.
Not me.
No.
Africa.
Yes!
Africa.
Yes!
New Africa trailer. New Africa trailer.
Roll the tape.
Touchdown from all angles.
Africa.
Africa.
I gotta say, kind of looks like Pokemon Snap.
Totally. That's the kind of been the running gag, I guess, a little bit is us thinking that it's just going to be Pokemon Snap with real animals. But yeah, you see guys slinking away with a camera there, and that's looks to me like it's going to be about taking pictures of animals instead of Pokemons.
Well, it's nice to see what appears to be actual real-time rendered footage.
Yes.
Even if that's not actually gameplay, which, you know, it looks like
right. It looks like it's probably that'll probably be really how it looks.
Yeah.
But you know what else we want to see how it looked, and that's day one of the show floor at Tokyo Game Show.
Absolutely.
Let's see how it looked right now in our next clip from Japan.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Homer Rabara coming at you from the middle of Makuhari Messe here in Tokyo, Japan. And if you haven't guessed yet, it is Tokyo Game Show 2007. Unlike previous years, it's sunny and it's hot. I got my orange shirt on and I got the stunners on to protect them eyeballs. Because you know why? I got this. There's lots to see inside of the convention center standing right behind me. Notably, the Sony camp coming strong with some hardware.
Oh yeah, look at that. Catching those vibrations on that camera.
Tecmo's got some great titles behind closed doors. Look at that! The new Slim PSP came out today in Japan, and they have a peripheral where you can actually watch TV on your PSP as long as you're in a Wi-Fi hotspot. But without further ado, I know you're sick of seeing my face, so let's go check out where Ryan McDonald's at.
So that was all some good stuff you were talking about, Homer, but there's one you forgot, sir. Little Metal Gear Online, say what? Little walking tour. So you can see all these folks. This guy's got his close-up view when he was doing his business. People running around, check out some of that game. Look at that. People jacking each other. Jack that guy. Just check it out. I mean, you can see the folks out there in the crowd just standing. Oh, that guy just totally snapped that dude's neck. Oh no, he's got him as a hostage. Check it out. You see that? Yeah, he's got him. He's just like, what's he doing? He's just like, we're just gonna chill here. first from a distance, it looks kind of like an average third-person whatever. But then when you get up and you kind of look at it, that game is hot looking. I mean, it looks really good. A lot of detail. It's your initial little cap looking at Metal Gear Online over here at the Konami booth. We'll get our way around the backside of the booth and check out the other stuff. But for right now, I'm going to throw it back to you, Homer. What do you got?
What's up, Ryan McDonald, Homer Rivara, standing right here in front of the MGS4 portion of the Konami booth. And as you can see here, I got my get first in line pass to get my hands on Metal Gear Solid 4, one of the most hotly anticipated titles for the PlayStation 3, if not for the whole video game industry. I'm not too sure how strict they are going to be with us shooting some of this, but unfortunately there's nobody playing the game, but it looks really, really, really sharp. Konami representatives cannot confirm nor deny whether or not Metal Gear Online or MGS4 is the same game or a different game, although they will say that Metal Gear Online is definitely using the same game engine that Metal Gear Solid 4 is.
Check that guy. So aside from the crazy distraction over there, we found ourselves with Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which is Ninja Gaiden for the DS. As you can see behind me, there's people jamming on it. It looks really good. I mean, look at that. And like if you look over here, how they got it set up on the actual DS itself, it's cool. It's all book mode. You know, you got a sideways style. So it looks like on the left you get a little map action. On the right you get your actual play. So awesome tech mode. Apparently we're gonna go there. Oh yeah, look at that touch page. Look at that. That's great. Check that guy. So yeah, way to go, Ninja Gaiden on the DS. That's awesome. I might have to totally hook that up. Right now I'm gonna toss it back to Homer, who I think is causing trouble that way. So Homer, take it away.
What's up, everybody? Ryan, I am here in front of the Sony booth, and I'm standing in front of this whole pimp setup that Sony's got set up here for GT5 Prologue on the PlayStation 3, and as Brian Eckberg likes to affectionately call it, the GT Quintuple. So as you can see, that dude is getting smoked by a Z4. I'm not too sure what kind of car he is driving, but either way, it looks gorgeous. I'm gonna jump into the Sony booth, see what other things I can get my hands on, but in the meantime, go check out what Ryan's up to.
It might look like a 6-axis just from a distance, but you look up close, it says DualShock 3. Ricardo Torres, we find ourselves over here at the Sony booth handling one of the most coolest things here. It's the DualShock 3. How's it feel, sir?
It feels heavier,
yeah,
and it shakes.
Shake as much as like we remember more what?
Right now it's kind of subtle because I'm not letting myself get jacked, but let me stand around for a second. Actually, look at this.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. You catching those vibrations on that camera? Yeah, a little bit.
It actually is a little heavier. That improves the basic feel of it. I kind of thought that the 6-axis felt a little scrawny, like I was going to break it.
I mean, yeah, when we were walking over, that was the thing I said. Just want to get used to the lightweight of the 6-axis. Now I'm going to get back to the heavy of the DualShock. And now, like, we're playing Ratchet & Clank right here. It's got support for it. GT5's got support for it. There's a handful of games that already have support for it. And then, of course, going forward, pretty much everything, right?
That's what they're aiming for. The really cool thing is they haven't given too many details yet, but they're also talking about how some titles that are already out will also have some support for it, which is pretty cool.
Is that going to be some kind of, like, patch we're going to get?
Yes. I'm sure they're not going to call it a patch. They're going to call it something else.
I'm sure our hardware guys are super jealous right now, and I'm sure you guys will get your hands on one soon enough. Thanks, Ricardo. Appreciate it. We're going to go find some more trouble, see if I can't find Homer, see what he's been up to.
What's up, everybody? The end of day one, Tokyo Game Show 2007 here at the Makuhari Messe in Tokyo, Japan. Ryan McDonald,
yes, sir.
Your thoughts on the show?
You know, a lot of cool stuff in there. Ninja Gaiden 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Online. You know, Paperman is here again.
You're all about that Paperman, though.
It's like basically a new version of CS, which is all right by me.
But with paper dudes.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. It's just like CS.
I mean, these day one media days have a tendency to be kind of crazy.
Yes.
You know, we catch as much as we can, but tomorrow we'll have a fresh opportunity to go out and see what else is out on the floor.
First year that we're gonna have 2 media days, which means more movies, more screenshots, more reviews, more of it, or I guess previews actually, but more of anything for all you guys at home.
Definitely. And then the public days.
Totally. And that's all kinds of fun. You and me have all kinds of fun. The cosplayers and everybody else.
That's pretty much what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, last year we got a little freaky with all the people kind of crowding me. This year I'm gonna ride the crowd. I'm gonna try it out.
You're gonna do it? You're not gonna let these people get to you?
No. You know, like when they pack in and it's all like Soccer Riot style, like crushing me, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Just roll with it. Be happy?
Totally happy.
Oh, it'll be all good. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be continuing our coverage here at the Tokyo Game Show 2007 from Makuhari Messe. For GameSpot Live. Ryan McDonald.
Yes, sir.
We will hit it again tomorrow. For the rest of the crew who's been doing a bang-up job, we'll check it out tomorrow.
All right, and there you have it. The scene from the show floor at Tokyo Game Show.
Exciting.
Exciting.
Even on day one when it's just media only.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people pack in. It's not hard to fake your way into getting media passes to TGS.
Yeah.
A little secret.
But
if you happen to be in Japan.
But at the same time, it's still so much crazier when they open it to the public. Just like
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know, we'll have day 2, so we'll have another day of that. And, of course, day 3 and 4 will be the media days. And actually, on tomorrow's show, we will have more from them. And in addition to that, right now it is 5 p.m. Local time here in California, and it is 9 a.m. tomorrow. So it's 9 a.m. Friday in Japan. So their day 2 is just about to get started.
Yeah.
And on tomorrow's show, we're actually going to try and get them live using the powers of the internet for good rather than evil.
So since day 2 of TGS is starting right now, you can expect to see a bunch of content through the night here.
Yeah, definitely.
From,
so they'll be at the show for the next 8 hours or so, and then they're back in a hotel room typing away, cutting movies, doing whatever it is, splicing frames of film together.
You're a pantomime and fool today, Jeff. I love it. It's the Webby that's doing it to you.
It's the Webby. The Webby makes it all possible, as does the Soul Blade.
It's true.
Soul Edge.
Good, sweet
segue. Soul Calibur 4 trailer. Just watch it.
Product not yet rated.
So, it was you who brought this calamity down upon us. My sins are the cross I must bear. Gods, please forgive me.
Our kind should not exist in this world. Not ever again.
Soul Calibur 4.
The nightmare will not end.
You can't have a trailer for a Japanese-developed game coming out of TGS without having what appears to be the end of the trailer, and then something else happens after it.
And then more.
Namco has learned that. They watched enough Metal Gear trailers. They're like, wait a minute, what if we had a voice come on and say something?
And then keep going another 45 minutes.
And then keep going for, they'll pick that up next year. For the Tekken 6 trailers, they'll be like, that's just going to start with credits and then be 5 minutes of Kazuya doing something crazy.
I wish there was more gameplay there, but Soul Calibur 4 still looks hot. I'm glad that they got voice guy.
Yeah, they got voice guy. Welcome back to the stage. Yeah, that's all you really need for a Soul Calibur game.
It's a stage of history.
Is the stage of history and the dude to talk about the stage of history. Yeah. So that's. Let's talk about just kind of TGS overall. Now that we've seen the footage out of Japan,
right?
Looking like a pretty good show this year.
It is. We're seeing a lot of kind of big Japanese franchises that have been staples for a long time, and they're bringing them back out, and they're all looking really good on kind of this current gen of hardware.
Yeah, like a lot of expected stuff. I mean, it seems like the big kind of surprise announcement was the DualShock 3, but of course. Ever since they settled that lawsuit with Immersion back, earlier this year,
right? It seemed pretty inevitable.
Like, oh, well, eventually they'll have a controller with Rumble in it.
Right.
Here it is.
And so now we have it, which is great.
I think Ricardo summed it up best. It's heavier. It rumbles. Yeah. And Sony released a a big old list of
Huge
games that are going to support it. A lot of older games like Resistance and Warhawk, stuff that's already out, as well as new games like Burnout.
That's really cool.
So it looks like they'll be pretty widespread with it. So that's going to wrap it up for the show. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Wait, you know what, Ryan?
What?
I think we got one more. Yeah, there's one more video. You're going to love this. Saiki Chizu Shiki Yumi Mihara Dream Skincare.
Saving the best for last.
Saving the best for last. Check this out.
最近肌にツヤがなくなってきた。ニキビやシミが気になる。本当に自分の肌に合ったスキンケアは？そんなあなたの悩みに佐伯千鶴先生が正しいお手入れ方法をアドバイス。美肌師佐伯千鶴先生完全監修による業界初スキンケアナビゲーションソフトの登場です。
私とご一緒にあなたにぴったりのお手入れを始めましょう。
任天堂 DS 用ソフト佐伯千鶴式夢見肌ドリームスキンケアは毎日のお手入れアドバイス。食べてきれいになる美肌レシピ、読んできれいになるスキンケアコラムなど、佐伯千鶴式美肌メソッドのすべてがギュッと詰まったスキンケアナビゲーションソフトです。難しいボタン操作は一切不要。初心者でも気軽に入力できるタッチパネルで基礎体温や体重なども毎日簡単に管理できます。タッチしていい肌へ。さあ DS で楽しみながら綺麗を手に入れてみませんか？佐伯式デイリーケアは今多くの女性から支持を集める美肌師佐伯千鶴先生があなたの綺麗をサポートします。その日のホルモンバランス、紫外線量や睡眠量などの生活環境、潤い、滑らかさなど5項目の肌チェックに回答すると、あなたの肌状態に合ったお手入れメニューやお料理レシピをアドバイス。肌のチェックやお手入れ方法はワンタッチで実写映像やテキストによる説明画面に飛ぶことができ、34種類に及ぶ佐伯式スキンケアを正しく身につけることができます。映像はチャプター再生が可能。自分のペースで見たい部分だけ何度でも繰り返し確認できます。動画は総収録時間数1時間以上。佐伯先生が自ら出演する映像も収録しています。その他夢見肌にはあなたのきれいに役立つ多彩な機能が収録されています。毎日の基礎体温をタッチパネルを使って入力すると、美肌と健康の鍵となるホルモンバランスがグラフで表示される基礎体温。タッチパネルでシールやメモを貼ったり剥がしたり、とっても楽しく使えるスケジュール帳。急な肌トラブルの悩みに対してアドバイスが受けられるトラブルケア。オフィスでできるマッサージなどどこでも簡単にできるケアを収録したどこでもケア。佐伯先生直伝大和なでしこ豆知識では、スキンケアに関する正しい知識、美しい女性に必要な心得などを身につけることができます。覚えた知識がちゃんと身についているか楽しいクイズで腕試しもできます。この他にも肌の悩み別に検索できる200種類以上の美肌レシピなど、夢見肌には美肌に役立つ情報がたくさん収録されています。 綺麗になりたいすべての女性のために。さあ DS で楽しみながら綺麗な肌を手に入れてみませんか。任天堂 DS 用ソフト佐伯地図式夢見肌ドリームスキンケアは10月18日発売です。
Last time, live on the Spot. I think we got one more. Yeah, there's one more video. You're gonna love this. Saiki Chizu Shiki Yumi Mihara Dream Skincare.
最近肌にツヤがなくなってきた。その他夢見肌にはあなたの綺麗に役立つ多彩な機能が収録されています。綺麗な肌を手に入れてみませんか。任天堂 DS
And now for the exciting conclusion of On the Spot Special Edition Tokyo Game Show 120% Get Blaze Alpha Mission EX Drift Attack. On the Spot, they go! It's time for part 2 of our on-the-spot Tokyo Game Show coverage, Ryan Davis.
Boy, how is it, Jay-Bird?
That's right. And on the show, we're going to have all kinds of exciting stuff, like more Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh.
Brad got to play it. We're going to, hear from him directly immediately after he played it a couple of days ago.
No.
Yes. That's right.
Oh.
Yes. We'll also be taking a look at the merchant area of the show floor where they sell a bunch of pewter figurines and weird stuff, t-shirts that won't fit you or I. We'll take a look at the show floor as it looked on day 2 of the show.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at the mad rush of people trying to leave. We'll have trailers for stuff like Infinite Undiscovery, which is the greatest name for a game.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Probably ever. And you're going to be playing a Wii game a little later on.
All of these things are true.
All of these things are
exciting.
True.
Japan.
Japan. That's right. Let's get it started with a look at the show floor as it looked on day 2, people. Check it out.
What's up, everybody? Homer Ibarra coming at you once again, day 2 Tokyo Game Show here at the Makuhari Messe in Tokyo, Japan. And as you can see behind me, the show floor is still a little sparse because unlike previous years, Tokyo Game Show now has 2 media days to accommodate to the media to check out the hottest titles on the show floor. As you can see behind me, we got the Capcom booth, we got Microsoft way in the corner, SNK Play More. And without further ado, I think Ryan McDonald right now is at the show floor at the Microsoft booth, so let's go check out what he's getting into.
Hey, what's up, everybody? That's right, Homer. I'm over here at the Microsoft booth, and I know it's only coming out in a few days, but whatever. Halo 3, it's big here in effect. All these guys are lining up playing it, and it looks awesome. Damn, can't wait to get a hold of it myself. I'm going to take you for a little trip. I'm only going to go like halfway through since there's so much stuff here. So we're going to go this way. They've got some Gundams. Gundams are always good, right? You got this cool Master Chief thing over here with the Halo 3 action. super beautiful model. It looks super, super crazy good detail. We got all kinds of Xbox Live Arcade stuff that way. I know we come all the way to the Tokyo Game Show to see Tokyo games, right? But whatever, Crysis is over here. It looks awesome. People are lining up. Anybody that says that Japan's not a fan of a first-person shooter, they apparently didn't know about Crysis, because these people are lining up to play this game in full effect. Got a demo coming out soon. Over this way, though, there's some other illness. I'm not a big flight simulator guy, to be honest, but look at this setup. 3 giant screens. They've got this huge console. Most of that stuff's just painted on to look good, but this big old console right here, I don't know. I'm gonna see if it's whatever. Yep, that totally changes that number. So that thing totally works. Hope I didn't jack that guy. I'm gonna send it right over this way where Homer Rabar is standing by. Take it away, Homer.
That's right, Ryan McDonald. I'm over here on the other side of the gargantuan Microsoft booth. And as you can see behind me, there are loads of people lined up to get their hack and slash on with Devil May Cry 4, Capcom's famed franchise. But looking at it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And Capcom always doing it right. If we proceed over here, we got our first taste of PGR4 in Leipzig, but they got some more action here at the Tokyo Game Show 2007. Dudes burning out on some bikes. Can I have one of those, actually? Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
For you, just for you.
Just for me. Ace Combat 6 right over here, another flight simulator. And if you can check this out here, we got some new hardware just for the game. Superfly Flight Stick EX. Super high detail, looking really gorgeous. The Golden Gate Bridge straight blowing up. We got Winning 11 Soccer for those football fans. So, excuse me. All sorts of fly women getting in my way. I don't know what it is, but I definitely like it. So, at any rate, there's a lot to see on this part of the show floor. I think Ryan is over at the Paperman booth. So, Ryan McDonald, let's go check him out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan McDonald over here. I got the mic on this counter so I can play me some Paperman. Oh, what's up? Oh, what is up? It's pretty much like Counter-Strike, except with like little paper figures, so you can see. I mean, it's super fun. They've got the Cycan paper, man, people. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? Yeah. Check this out, though. This is kind of a cool spot. While they've got these stations out here, they've got this whole like little tucked away spot in here, and I don't know, like, are you guys helping them play or something? Yeah. But that's pretty much it for the Paperman area. I think Homer Rabar is somewhere over this way, or maybe over this way, so we're going to check in with him and see where he's at. Take it away, Homer.
That's right, Ryan McDonald. I'm standing here in front of the SoftBank booth, and this booth is just all about mobile games. C-3PO, R2-D2 kicking it, chilling. And the reason why they're here is because if you look this way, we got this crazy stage show with Mr. Darth Vader and all sorts of crazy stormtroopers playing pod racing for the mobile phone. And if you can take a look at the screen real close, it looks pretty good for a mobile game. I mean, you think about how far mobile games have come, and you look at that, it looks almost exactly like the N64 version back in the day. I don't even know what this game's all about. Let's take a Sweet Guardian. What do we do here? What happens here? Oh, I think I broke it. How you doing? You want to say hi? Hi. All right, so I'm going to stay here, get mixed up in this mobile game business, but I think Ryan McDonald's over at the SNK Playmore booth. Let's go check him out.
How you doing? I got Mai over here. You want to say hi to the folks at home? Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
SNK, of course, they know about fighting games. They know about all kinds of stuff. They certainly know about Wii Virtual Console, but check it out right here. They've got some Fatal Fury. They got all kinds of stuff. SNK World over there, King of Fighters, Maximum Impact, King of Fighters 4 actually. Over on the other side, they've got the Wii, but they also got more. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Around the corner here, though, is where the Virtual Console stuff. If you missed the announcement, basically they said that they're going to release all kinds of good old Neo Geo games for the Wii. Right here, they got some Metal Slug. They have Magician Lord, another awesome platform game. If you guys never tried it out, super awesome hard game. Way old school, super fun. World Heroes, they got Fatal Fury over on this side. We're gonna take our way over this way though. Come on with me. See what they got. No, that's pretty much it. Let's go inside real quick and make sure that's actually it. And it looks like closing it out over this way, they've got some PS2 business, the King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match, and World Heroes Gorgeous. That's a good name for it. But that's about it from the SNK booth. So we're gonna cause more trouble this way, close out the rest of this show. Take it away, Homer.
What's up, Ryan McDonald? I'm standing right across the way from SNK Playmore at the Koei booth, and I actually think this is one of the prettiest booths in the show. If you can take a look, they got this cool like Matrix light panel up there. Like we saw at the Sony booth, they got Dynasty Warriors 5 here. A lot of people in line waiting to get their hands on some hack and slash action. We got Gabu Gabu. I'm afraid I cannot read the Japanese, so I'm not too sure what those games are, but if we keep going this way, looks like they got some stations set up here for Katana for the Wii again. Looks pretty fun. They use the Wiimote to go aim and spear fools. And again, here we go at the other end here, we got some more Dynasty Warriors. So that's pretty much it from the Koei booth, and I think Ryan McDonald is running around somewhere, so let's go see what he's getting into.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am over here with Paul Travers. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good, man. And you?
I'm doing great. You are the CEO of a company called Vuzix. Now, TGS is usually about games and all kinds of stuff that's not out yet. This is actually out in America right now. This happens to be like the super coolest thing that we've found, and we just had to show you guys. So we're going to take a look. I'm actually going to try it. What it is, you want to explain to the folks at home while I put this on what it is? I'm going to hand you this mic.
Absolutely, man. This is what's called eyewear, video eyewear branded by Vuzix. And what it is, it's really like a head-mounted display from the old days, but in this case, they look a lot more like regular glasses. There's a tracking system built into this unit.
Check that guy!
Everything he's seeing right now is in full 3D, and it's on great big 62-inch screens from about 9 feet away. In fact, he can turn all the way around and see the back of the airplane. Take a look, there's the engine sitting behind him. So this is a really immersive kind of an experience. When you put these things on, literally you sit in the cockpit of the plane. And since it's all in 3D, if you look down, you can tell that you're, what, maybe about 1,000 feet off the ground right now?
You're playing this all day long, Paul? Well, the crazy thing is what you guys are saying that in terms of support for this. You guys are working on, this is why I got really excited, you guys are working on drivers right now for Counter-Strike, BioShock, and this already supports a bunch of games right now, right?
That's right, there's about 14 titles out for it right now.
Now, this is not all you have here, actually. If we look over this way real quick, we'll see that you have a PSP Slim already over here, and you have one of these plugged into it. Now, like the iPod version that you have here, it literally plugs directly into the iPod and straight to the glasses that allow you to view it, correct?
That's correct.
Wonderful product. Thank you so much for the time.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah, don't forget you can get it at Vuzix.com too.
Perfect. Hey, you guys heard it here. Awesome product. Love to see it. So that's about it from the show floor right now. I know we're going to go tackle some other stuff, see some crazy Final Fantasy products and all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to find that, and we'll see you guys later. $105 pillow.
No.
That's an expensive pillow.
I've paid more for pillows.
A few things I have to say while watching that. Magician Lord, not awesome.
Magician Lord is pretty awesome.
Magician Lord's not that awesome.
But actually, the most awesome thing on the SNK list, they actually rolled out a press release over here this morning. Samurai Showdown 2 is going to be coming to Xbox Live Arcade, and that means it'll have online play, which Magician Lord will not.
That is awesome.
So that'll be
Sam Show 2. That's a solid one. That's a great
all-time
Neo Geo.
All-time great. All-time.
Also, it's good to see that English in Japan is still really shaky.
It is super shaky. A lot of hello.
Yeah,
you can get that out of anybody.
I like
stick a mic in their face. That'll happen.
And I like that they know to at least say that. But then beyond that, just there's nothing.
Yeah,
bottoms out.
And also, Dynasty Warriors 6, not 5, because it's the numbers are different because it's Shin Sengoku Musou over there. So they're up to 5 here, but it's 6 here because they changed the name of the series over there.
Right.
So that'll be coming out here as Dynasty Warriors 6.
Also, nice reminder that cell phone games are still a huge, crazy thing in Japan.
Yeah, they have the hardware to back up the games over there, so that's why you see all these Final Fantasy games coming out. Just
pod racing.
Yeah, and pod racing and all that stuff looking better than the half-assed poker games that we seem to get over here. But right now, it is, let me look here. It is 8:13 a.m. on Saturday in Tokyo. So those guys...
What the hell am I doing here?
Well, it's Saturday morning, baby.
Oh, man.
And they're getting ready for day 3, which is going to be the first public day. But as they're getting ready, we actually have them, through the power of the internet, we are reaching across the seas, and we are going to yank them here to San Francisco and talk to them for a little bit. Just got to know how to grab it.
Yeah.
So let's go to them now. It is Ryan and it is Ricardo. How you guys doing over there?
Hey, you're good. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. It's good to see you. Been a lot of fun watching the coverage from this end. How's it looking over there?
It's been fun. It's been awesome. Actually, you haven't seen the best stuff yet. Just keep watching. You got some more business coming.
Awesome.
Merchandise stuff and all kinds of fun stuff. But Ricardo, what are you seeing that's been good?
There's been a lot of cool stuff. No More Heroes. Remember how excited we were for that game?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's totally going to deliver because I killed a mailman that shot lasers out of his crotch.
Someone has to do it. So guys, we've been getting a lot of questions from people that aren't necessarily related to what we've been covering, and so far there have been two big questions. I just want to tackle those. First of all, what's up with Kingdom Hearts at the show? Are they showing it behind closed doors, some kind of theater? What is up with the franchise?
So, like, as you totally know, Square loves its trailers and its closed Megadome theaters.
Yeah, so people can't get in and see these things and videotape them. You can get in and watch, but they'll stab you if you try and shoot it, right?
Yeah, you can try and tape it, but you'll be killed. but killed by somebody in like a Square outfit, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But they just have trailers, and it's that stuff that we always see that's like 75 to 90% CG, like 2 seconds of footage, but it's really nice CG. And as far as Kingdom Hearts goes, they're kind of blowing up like the series, so now you've got 3 games, mobile phone, DS, and PSP. And everything takes place in a different setting.
Okay, so they're probably not announcing specifics for a U.S. release, but it seems pretty likely that we'll eventually see the DS and PSP games here, you think?
Totally. I mean, the mobile phone game probably in 5 years when our phones catch up, and then it'll be awesome.
Cool. And the other big question, we're getting a lot of people asking about the presence of Killzone 2, if it's there. Some people expecting to see this non-Japan developed game there. Is there anything at all in Killzone at the show?
I actually asked Phil Harrison about it. I'm not sure if that went up in the interview because we've been posting like crazy, but I asked him about it, and he said that they just showed it at Leipzig.
Yeah.
And all they could have done was shown the same demo here, and also this market, I guess. He said that apparently you need to build like an enclosed theater because it's a mature title and there's families that show up. So they would have had to hide it away and it would have taken up space in a booth, but bottom line is, no one in here.
Cool. All right. Yeah, they had to do the same thing. I remember last year with Resistance, block it off all crazy and waiting a bunch of weird lines. So what has been the coolest stuff that you guys have seen so far, and what do you think the big news out of the show is? Is it the DualShock 3? Is that the biggest happening?
I mean, for me, honestly, when I went over to the Konami booth and stumbled over Metal Gear Online for the first time, I mean, that was pretty big news. I mean, seeing those people playing that game right there, it was like, it's real, it's right there. Those guys are hella playing Metal Gear Online. That was pretty cool, and the gameplay looked pretty neat. And then actually coming around the corner and seeing Metal Gear Solid 4 and realizing that it looked that much better than Metal Gear Online. I mean, for me, it's weird. It's almost like the biggest thing for me, and also not the biggest thing, is like Metal Gear Solid 4 is here and it's playable finally, but there's all this other stuff that I care about too, so it's still cool though.
Cool.
Well, there's Marvelous Entertainment. They're the ones publishing No More Heroes. They have some really cool games in their booth, and it's all quirky stuff. There's
like Rainy Woods?
Yeah, Rainy Woods, yes. And
yeah.
I can't say the name because it's really long. It's 10 letters, so it starts with an O and it ends with a U. And we're going to write that up in a little bit, but it's by the people that did Odin Sphere.
Cool.
And it's for the Wii, and it looks amazing. We're going to have a trailer for it up really soon. But the other really cool thing is the neat stuff that people are kind of putting out on the DS. We saw Space Invaders Extreme. I think Dan or Randolph just wrote that out. And you'll love it because it's kind of like Rez and Space Invaders.
Awesome.
Risk-based Space Invader shooting. And they had Bangayo, if you remember that from Treasure.
Yeah.
It's on the DS.
Is it based on the Dreamcast version or the N64 version?
See, you remember how y'all were saying that English was a little tricky?
Yeah.
Well, when you talk to the representatives down here, you try and start to mix it up like that, they just smile. So all I know for sure is that it's kind of based on one of them, and it's sort of an original game, sort of not, because I did recognize one of the stages. And it is just run around, blow stuff up, so I'm not exactly sure what they could do. But they also said it supported the stylus, but I couldn't actually figure out how to use it because nothing was happening.
Cool.
But we'll have more information.
Awesome.
Ninja Gaiden DS, by the way. Ninja Gaiden DS is super cool too.
Oh yeah, definitely. The footage of that looked like you were jacking those guys, and it was awesome. So a couple, just a couple more game titles. Just I want to know if there's anything there on it. The things we're getting questions about. Like, what's up with Devil May Cry 4? Is there any new Resident Evil 5 stuff there?
Devil May Cry 4 should be very familiar to everybody that's played the demo for like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's on the Xbox, it's on PS3, and it looks about the same, and it's the same frickin' demo that we've been seeing. So nothing super new there.
As far as Resident Evil 5, it's like they don't got nothing on it here.
Wow. Yeah. Or is that unexpected for you guys? Were you expecting to maybe see some RE5 stuff there?
I mean, I think after E3, when they said like it was coming out in like 2075, we knew not to expect like tons of stuff at TGS.
Cool. All right, well, guys, thanks a lot for taking time out of your day. You got to get ready. So this is going to be the big cosplay day. So over the next 48 hours, we expect to see you guys interviewing a lot of very creepy people, right?
So they're all good people. There's actually a little sneak peek you'll get in one of the things you'll see later on the show for cosplayers.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, guys. We'll let you get back to work. And in the meantime, we'll be over here playing Halo.
Nice. Have fun.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, great. So that's the team in Japan out there making it happen.
And now there's still more TGS to be had.
Yeah, we're halfway through the show, really. This is going to be our last live show.
Right.
But yeah, if you go to the site, if you go to tgs.gamespot.com, you're going to see a huge rush of games and a huge rush of impression stories and screenshots and all that stuff. And of course, now we're reaching that phase where the public's going to get into the show, and that just ups the crazy.
Like
manifold.
The volume of people that are going to be coming to the show doubles, triples.
Easily, yeah. It probably both. It probably doubles and then triples.
So it's like 6 times.
Sure.
Okay.
Math is hard. I don't really know. But it basically becomes a sea of people, and you have to try to navigate. And it seems like you're always walking against the crowd, no matter where you go. It seems like there's a rush of people heading your direction. You're like, oh, geez. And you just kind of have to learn to just get all matrix with it.
I heard Ryan McDonald talk about kind of freaking out about that before.
Yeah, you just got to really just be dedicated to making your way through it.
Yeah.
So right now, we're going to go back in time. This actually happened a couple of days ago, but it's Brad actually got to play Metal Gear Solid 4 a little bit before the show started, and he recorded this video to talk about his experience with the game. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, it's Brad. I am right here in front of the New Otani Hotel, which is just across the street from the Tokyo Game Show. Kojima Productions is holed up in a little suite over here. Ryan Payton, who's their big localization guy and does their podcast, oversees the translation, all that stuff for Metal Gear Solid 4, is in there demoing the game and allowing us to play it. So I think I may have actually the auspicious honor of being one of the first Westerners ever, at least in the public press, to play the game. So the demo they have is the same demo that they've been showing off since, I guess, the Metal Gear Solid anniversary, or the Metal Gear anniversary back in July, and then they had it again in Leipzig, and now we're getting to play it. So I got to get my hands on the game and see all the changes that they've made to the actual mechanics of controlling Snake. They've streamlined a lot of things. They've made it a little more kind of third-person shooter-like in a lot of ways. As if playing Metal Gear Solid 4 for the first time wasn't a big enough story, the controller that I picked up to play it with was connected with this little security chain so that nobody was taking it out of that room. It was a little heavier than you would expect out of a 6-axis, and then when I started playing the game, it was vibrating. So hey, they got force feedback on the PS3 now. Apparently, the biggest thing I can say about it is that I didn't even notice it at first. You're so used to playing games with like the DualShock 2 or the 360 controller with force feedback that when you feel it on a PS3 game, it's just like it always was on those other systems. So they've got force feedback in there. That controller looks exactly the same. Same PS button in the middle. Same kind of squishy analog triggers. Buttons are all the same. It looks just like it did, heavier force feedback. So they're totally evolving the design of Metal Gear Solid 4. They're kind of stripping out the more antiquated mechanics of the past games and just bringing it up to speed with kind of modern design conventions. As I mentioned, it's more shooter-like now, so you can go to kind of a Gears of War style third-person camera and just start blasting away. There's also an auto-aim that makes it easier to shoot from the hip and just hit guys without really doing precise aiming. There are going to be war zone sections of the game where you're not even going to have to worry about stealth, and you're just going to be out there blasting away, going balls out with all those crazy Metal Gear weapons that they always give you. Speaking of weapons, they're going way crazy with the amount of stuff that you can fit in there now. Like, you're going to have a backpack full of weapons, and then you'll have like a subset of those that you can equip at any time. You can swap those out whenever you want. But there's also a lot of weapon customization. So I saw like an M4, standard machine gun. Each weapon has mount points on it. So there's like a top mount where you could put a scope, or I don't know, maybe a laser sight. They only showed the scope. Then there would be a bottom mount where you could put a flashlight on there, or a grenade launcher. I mean, you're going to have a lot of freedom to collect different items and slap them on your weapons to increase the functionality. Another interesting thing I found out about the demo is, as you've seen in that demo, you're in that same Middle Eastern village environment that everybody's kind of seen ad nauseum for a while, like pretty much since they've ever been showing this game. I found out in that demo that is set about 15 minutes into the game, so that's like smack at the beginning of the game, the very first kind of tutorial area that you play through. And they didn't say how long you're going to be there, but I got the impression it's not going to be that long. I mean, Ryan's told us that you'll be going to South America at one point. The trailer that they kicked out yesterday had a lot of other very disparate locations in it, so it seems like, you know, anybody that thought that was MGS4, that one area, like, you forget that. It sounds like you're pretty much going to be trotting the globe. All right, well, I got to go process all this stuff that I just played. It's all percolating in my head. There will be a story up with more concrete details soon. We've got that trailer going up. There's going to be tons more TGS coverage coming, so keep your eyes on the site.
And thank you, Brad. Of course, that story is up on the site now, so you can read it later on. But those are pretty much most of the pertinent details about the demo that Brad got to see. And that's pretty cool. It sounds like they're making good progress with that game.
I agree entirely. You know, I always thought that kind of the old style stealth stuff that they were doing with the Metal Gear Solid series definitely started feeling old after a while.
Yeah.
And you know, bring it to kind of a more standard third-person behind-the-back perspective. You know, easier with the aiming stuff, and just less stealth in general, and hopefully more dynamic when you actually are dealing with the stealth. Could definitely make that experience a whole lot more exciting. You know, in addition to the fact that the game just looks gorgeous.
Right, and his description of the DualShock 3, it sounds pretty good. Of course, it still sounds like something they probably should have had to begin with.
Agreed.
Rather than, you
entirely.
know, a year into the system releasing another controller that everyone's going to have to go buy.
The more I think about it, the more I'm probably going to have to pick one up, because I do like force feedback an awful lot. And
yeah, definitely. And just, you know, stuff like Burnout, MGS4, just like the list of games that are going to support it seems substantial. And of course, you know, once that controller receives wide adoption, you know, every single game is just going to support it like it should,
right.
They should.
And it'll eventually become kind of an integral part of the experience with those games.
Right, and then at that point, they'll probably start packing it in, I would imagine. You know, they just eventually have to phase out the old 6-axis and go with the DualShock 3.
You mean the DualShock 3 6-axis?
The DualShock 3 6-axis?
The
shock axis.
Yes.
Yes.
The Thunderstick.
Yes, the Thunderstick. That's the new name for it.
All right.
Fantastic. Also, some other stuff that we shot interview-wise. Tetsuya Mizuguchi, once at Sega, now at Q Entertainment, the makers of Lumines. And, you know, he also worked on such awesome games as Rez, and he's one of the originators of the Sega Rally series.
Space Channel 5?
Space Channel 5, yes.
The Miz, done all sorts of cool rhythm game stuff.
He has, and they have a handful of games that they're working on, more additional content for Lumines, and of course Rez HD. Ricardo got to sit down with him and talk hair. Actually, no, they talk games. So let's check it out.
Hey everybody, Tokyo Game Show hasn't started yet, but what we've done is we've come out to Meguro to Q Entertainment's offices and got Mizuguchi here, who is Chief Creative Officer, and he is going to show us the whole slew of stuff that they have coming out. So, what do we have here, sir?
So, this is EFO, Every Extend Extra Extreme, on Xbox Live Arcade.
Now, the the PSP game pretty much just comprises one of the modes in E4. So can you tell us what the other modes are? And there's one that you can't really relax when you play too, right?
Yeah. So EFO, we have two modes. One is unlimited, and the other one is limited. So this is the basic mode in the EFO. And S4, this is the you can download your favorite music into Xbox 360, and the program finding the BPM automatically, and then you can enjoy by your favorite music. So with graphic rising, so this is very gorgeous mode. And so we put R4, R4. This is the kind of the revenge mode. You can play the classic shooter, but very simple, and you can't relax this mode. And so this is really fun, simple but fun. And we put 100 stages, and you can share the score, through the net with all the people, all the players in the worldwide.
Cool. Now, obviously, E4 is a new game that you guys are doing for Xbox Live, but you currently have one out now called Luminous Live, and what we're looking at is you guys have talked about kind of new packs and stuff that you're releasing for it. So, what do we have coming out?
This is a holiday rocking pack, so you can enjoy, the Halloween atmosphere by music and visual, and Christmas time, and it's kind of a celebration with rocking feeling. So, it's really fun. It's really fun.
Now, how many maps are there in it?
I think it's 20. Yeah, it's a 20 this time.
So on top of the holiday pack that you guys have coming, you're also kind of offering something special for fans, right?
Right. So we did, remember the Heavenly Star by Genki Rockets. The gold members could download, by free. So this time we will do that. The next song of the Genki Rockets called Breeze, and with very gorgeous music video. So I think that everybody can enjoy. Yeah, this is kind of the Christmas present from us.
Now, Luminous and E4 are coming out this year, but you have also announced something that's coming out next year. So please tell us about this new version of Res.
Basically, it's the same as the Res, but so we put high def, so this is a totally HD, and we put the 5.1 sound. So yeah, I think it's a totally new experience. Yeah.
Now, there were a lot of people that were extremely excited when the game was announced for Live Arcade. Have you been surprised as to how much that game has stayed with people who've played it and know about it?
Yeah, it's a great honor, to me. So I got the many messages and voices from the people. So who wants to play Res, but they couldn't because no, the game anymore in the market. So yeah, this is my big motivation. Okay, let's make a Res. Nothing changed, but the total new experience by HD and 5.1 sound. So I'm so happy.
Just like with the original game, there's a lot of people that are very excited to play Res. So when can we tell them to look for this game?
Q1 2008.
All right, thank you, sir. We will be looking for it. And as far as you all, well, TGS starts really soon, and we're going to have a ton of coverage from that. So that's what's next for us.
All right, thanks, Ricardo. TGS is on.
Yes,
we're running that. We're running that now, but
giving you a little taste. I'm so excited for Res HD. Crazy excited about that.
I am totes excited for Res HD.
I imported the stupid trance vibrator for the PS2 version when that came out here. Played the hell out of the Dreamcast and PS2 versions.
And a new Genki Rockets single.
Yes.
For Luminous Live. That's pretty awesome, too.
That's another great little bonus for that game.
Yeah, and Every Extended Extreme was a cool PSP game, so seeing, a newer version for Xbox Live Arcade, E4.
Yeah.
That looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked about Q Entertainment's lineup.
Yeah.
A lot of hot looking stuff.
Those guys are totally rad.
Yes.
Speaking of totally rad, Godzilla is totally rad right
Godzilla's totally rad, and Godzilla keeps, I think, with our theme of Japan.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Also, The Wii is totally rad.
The Wii is totally rad.
What happens when you combine the two?
The Wii is also from Japan.
Weird.
I know, it's weird how that works out. We've got Godzilla Unleashed for the Wii. I got the controllers. We're going to jump into it right now.
Yeah.
At the main menu. I'm just going to pick the simple brawl. You can see there's story and training options and other such
Brawl it
business.
up, dude.
Brawl it up. We got a couple different brawl options. You can do regular versus. There's a classic melee, classic destruction. We're going to do classic destruction because that sounds like the most fun to me. It's where I'm going to wreck the city itself. I've got a couple of different options here. Kiryu, this is basically like the third Mechagodzilla. Godzilla, a couple other Rodan, Destroya, Gigan, King Ghidorah, Megalon. I'm going to stick with good old-fashioned Gojira. And then we will
that's who the people came to see.
We will randomize the opponents. Actually, let's up the number of monsters even. We'll make it 4. And we'll make them all random.
That's a lot of monsters.
And we will get this going. And it's we'll do this in San Francisco.
Oh man!
To keep it somewhat topical.
Keep it local.
Keep it local.
Gotta have
locally
something
topical.
local.
Yeah, it's Japanese monsters in San Francisco, and the game takes place all over the damn world.
Oh, it's
I was playing through some of the single player game, and it's, as you can see, this is very much giant monsters fighting. And controls are pretty easy here. I can do basic attacks with the A and B buttons on the Wii remote, and then I can beef them up a little if I shake the remote downwards as I attack.
Oh, so that's like for stronger attack?
Exactly, exactly. And then I can hold both and shake and I'll do a tail attack. Like that. I can block myself with the Z button on the nunchuck, and I can jump by flicking up the nunchuck, and I can grab a dude by flicking up both controllers at once. So I'll grab Mechagodzilla and then toss his sorry ass. Boom. However, in this mode, the real way to win is to destroy buildings. So I need to bust up these buildings.
So how different are the different monsters? They have, their own unique attacks.
They have different abilities. They do handle differently. They have different stats, of course. Of course, there's also a nice nuclear breath attack, which I'm charging up right now. Which I'll go ahead and drop bombs with that in a second.
So how interactive is the environment? Did you see anything where there are guys in tanks trying to shoot you and stop you?
Yeah, there's constantly human forces getting in the way. I get some of my nuclear breath on. Who am I fighting there? Is that Gigan? I can't tell. And
so that's a breath clash there.
You can get some power struggle stuff there, and I smoked him, so forget about it. One of the big things in the game is there are these giant crystal formations that are showing up all over the place. I'm trying to get to one, but it's apparently too far for me. And these, if you bust these up, can infer various bonuses to your character. There's different types of crystal formations. And those figure into the whole story mode about there are these crazy crystals that are showing up all over the world and making the monsters act nuts. And that's why monster fights.
That's what giant crystals do.
They freak out monsters.
They make people into monsters. They make monsters go crazy. They just basically mess stuff up. All right, well, cool. Thanks for showing it off, Ryan. The game is Godzilla Unleashed. When's this game coming out?
November 13th.
November 13th.
So very soon.
Yeah, very soon. All right, cool. Well, next up, we're going to send it back to Japan, where we're going to take a look at the Merchant's Row. This is there's a whole quarter of the show floor devoted to selling stuff to people, and also that's where all the changing rooms are for the cosplayers. You can rent a little changing room, which is way crazy.
Who do you think of the GameSpot crew that's over there has spent the most money on the Merchant's Row?
On the Merchant's Row? Let's see.
We've got a couple of first-timers.
Let's see. It's Aaron's first time over there, so I could see him trying to bring back mementos for his lady friend.
But he just blew a bunch of money on an iPod Touch, so I don't know how much pocket cash he's got.
I think he could find some money. I think he could dig down deep. Ricardo also typically kind of goes crazy over there. Whenever I go, I usually don't buy anything over there because it's all junk. Let's check it out.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Homer Ibarra here. GameSpot's coverage of Day 2 Tokyo Game Show 2007 continues. I'm with my man, Ryan McDonald.
How you doing, sir? Let me just knock that mic out of the way, huh?
It's all good. We're coming towards the end of the day. Tokyo Game Show is known for games, but not only that, but they got all sorts of merchandise here, right?
Yeah, totally. When they let that public come in, this is one of the hot spots they all flock to because there's stuff you can get here that you really can't get anywhere else. And they got the Square Enix thing over there where they got all kinds of figures, music. They got Capcom over there. They got Resident Evil products like these super dope raccoon police department jackets, these parkas. All of it's obviously super expensive, but this is a place to get it if you want to get it.
Most definitely. But not only do they have game stuff, but they do have some products that, in the States, people might call questionable, right?
Questionable products, that's for sure. They got them out on the floor. Maybe we'll show you some.
We're going to have to check it out. But without further ado, I'm sure you guys want to check it out, so let's go hit the floor.
All the Final Fantasy music that you want, or pretty much any Square Enix music. This is Square Enix Music CD Shop. They've got pretty much every soundtrack for anything that they've ever put out. They got them all right here, easy to get. The prices are fairly reasonable. I've seen some prices at some of the music shops be a little bit better, but you know what? If you're going to come to Tokyo Game Show, you want to get your Final Fantasy, your Square Enix stuff, this is all where it's at, conveniently located in one spot.
They also got games here, and as you can see, you got like a Air Gun Survivor here. I don't know how to get into that, but here's another game that we got here. It's called Dangerous Meat. Let's take a look at this here. Dangerous Meat. Look at that. Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. How do I? Oh, coming soon. It's coming soon. Dangerous Meat. Ryan, where are you at?
Square has a whole little setup over here where they've got tons of beautiful, all kinds of stuff. I mean, like, look at this cloud, look at the Sephiroth. They got the Gabrianth from Final Fantasy 12. They've got all kinds of little trinkets, some chocobos in here. See these little plush chocobos? You can get that camera in there. I know that people are kind of in the way and stuff, but there's some chocobos. You saw chocobos. Cool little Final Fantasy sword necklaces, pendants, all kinds of keychains. Look at all these little figurines and stuff from Final Fantasy Tactics. They got all kinds of trading. Look at this beautiful thing. Gabrianth there. They got some slimes. Everybody loves a slime, right? Look at those plush slimes. And they got all this other business over this way. But yeah, Square Enix. They got all kinds of business. Toys, this is where you want to come. Homer, where you at?
I'm over here at the Wiz booth, and as you can see, they have some products here and some beautiful nurses. Here, give her say hi, everybody. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
All right, but so aside from the lovely nurses over here, we got a game. We got some more games over here. Here's one called Black Soldier. And let's see what Black Soldier's all about here. All right, looks like there's some red dots on the ground. And I just went through that wall. I guess I'm a Black Soldier now. And so yeah, that's the Wiz booth. Black Soldier.
Got all kinds of pimp stuff. Look at this Resident Evil, or I should say, in the land of Japan, Biohazard 4 action figures. I guess they're not really action figures because they don't look like they move that much, but they look pimp. So check those out. On further this way, there's more Resident Evil merchandise. Of course, Airsoft. We can't go through a TGS without talking about how cool Airsoft guns are. These are all replica BB guns. And you can see they got the super pimp ones right there. Tokyo Maru, nothing but the best. They got a little trailer for Resident Evil Extinction running there. This is actually probably one of my favorite products. Check this out. Raccoon City Police Department parka. That thing is so awesome. Although it is extra expensive. For anybody that knows anything about conversion rates, that's like 344 bones. That's a lot of money. I mean, I can't pay $344. Anyway, we're gonna sneak into the store. They said we could sneak in, so we're gonna sneak in. This is like totally legit. Like people are usually look at this gate here for other people, but we get to come in. We totally get to sneak in. All they asked us to do was like not. Oh, you can't fit. Can I help you like fit? Let me move this over this way for you. Here. There you go. Now you can totally do it. Fit. There you go. They told us not to disturb anybody, and I think we're far from that already. But they have all these kinds of cool Biohazard-looking shirts. They got all this stuff. There's people. So that's the crazy thing. People have to wait in line to spend their money here. You have to wait to buy little pigs. I'm going to totally not disturb these people. Look at me. Not disturbing you or you or you. I'm sorry if I disturb you. There's some belts I think are... Yeah, we can totally get some belts and some rings. There's Devil May Cry 4 rings. You seeing this? Are you seeing that? There's some, they look like, those are just straight up like regular, yeah, this is just those things that go around your neck to hold like badges and stuff, so that's not so special. Sorry. But lots of cool, yeah, this is less, there's all the cool stuff apparently on the outside. Raccoon City Police Department parka. Yeah, Capcom merchandise, pimp. Yeah, check this out. You can't have a TGS show without some form of Mario plush dolls. You got some Yoshis, you got some Donkey Kong, some Wario, some Bowser, some Daisy, some Peach, some Luigi. You got a little Kirby down there. All kinds of little cute plush things for Nintendo-style stuff. I know some people are seeing this and they're just, oh my god, yeah. Look at the little Mario. He's the best. He's so awesome.
They also got pillows here.
So to be perfectly honest, I think we about tapped out this place for all the good stuff. These guys are over here playing some PS2 games. Some game over there called Darkness. It's not like The Darkness. There's some cell phone business here. Look at a boxing game. Boxing games are cool. I like boxing games. There's this cool booth. There's like student artwork and stuff. Check this out. Look at this lady. She's way excited about this thing. Like, I don't know. You can keep on flinging it. There you go. You see the things that work on the camera? That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. It's like animation and stuff. And then a little piece of home right over this way. Academy of Art University. There's a good picture of the Golden Gate Bridge right there. Can't wait to get back home to the Bay Area. Homer, close us out. Where are you at?
They also have pillows. That's pretty much the end of the merch haul. We'll kick it back to you guys. No, it's okay.
Look at this lady. She's way excited about this thing. Like, I don't know. You can keep on flinging it. There you go. You see the things that work on the camera? That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. It's like animation and stuff.
That lady right now is somewhere still flinging that thing.
Yeah, she's excited about that.
She's super. It looked pretty cool.
Looked like some sort of crazy
so
animation.
let's you know, we've seen pretty much most of the games that are at Tokyo Game Show.
Right.
I think we need to call a game of show. So what's your game of show? I think it comes down to, is it Dangerous Meat or Black Soldier?
I'm gonna have to go with Dangerous Meat.
Yeah, I think Black Soldier made a really strong showing. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Dangerous Meat.
It's good to know that the Tokyo Game Show is still there, providing not only like, you know, Japanese crazy, but, you know, just your real
crazy
solid
around the world
video game crazy. Just a variety of types of crazy there.
Yeah,
so.
and then that Nintendo plush doll section is actually pretty much the largest Nintendo exhibit at the entire show. Because Nintendo doesn't show at the Tokyo Game Show. They don't exhibit. So we do see some Wii games there, usually from third parties, but Nintendo themselves doesn't actually participate in the show. So you don't see, you know, there's no Smash Brothers, there's no, you know, not showing Metroid off to the Japanese audience or anything like that.
It's because they're saving it for Space World.
Yep, wait till Space World, baby.
Space World 07, catch it.
Catch it. No.
There's no Space World. There hasn't been, God, how long
there hasn't been a Space World since
5 years or
2003, 2004. I remember going and seeing Echo Delta for the N64.
I want to say 02.
It was this underwater tank game that never came out, and I was super bummed. And also Sin and Punishment was there before it came out, and I remember thinking, that is the greatest game I've ever seen. And it, well, it's not the greatest, but it's a pretty awesome game.
I think it's pretty awesome.
What's up next here? Okay, so Square.
Yes.
You've heard of them.
Enix.
Yes, Enix, Square Enix, in fact. They're one thing. They announced a new game at the Tokyo Game Show, a new Xbox 360 role-playing game product called Infinite Undiscovery.
That's ridiculous.
Now, I've spent the last couple of days trying to dissect what this title means.
Infinite Undiscovery.
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's undiscovered, right?
Sure.
Some might say there is an infinite amount of things that have been undiscovered.
Well, I think we first have to break down and figure out what undiscovery means. Does that mean that you found it?
And now you're unfinding it?
And then you've unfound it? As you're infinitely losing stuff? But that means there has to be an infinite amount of stuff to be discovered for you to be infinitely undiscovering it.
But maybe they're releasing them in a backwards order, so the prequel will be Infinite Discovery, and that's where you'll find all the stuff that you lose in this game. Maybe the trailer will have some more bits of information for us.
We have that.
We do have that.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
滅びゆく世界、僕らを守り導く月は大地につながれ光を失っていった。そして世界は崩れ始める。
You know, I don't feel like I really learned anything about the name of the game in that trailer.
I think I figured it out.
Okay,
though.
all right, lay it out.
It's Square Enix gets a hat. They put a bunch of words into, and they grab them out, and then that's how they come up with names like Infinite Undiscovery.
Man, that hat must have a bunch of really awesome words in it.
I bet
too.
it does.
Like alpha, percent, you know, just like get. It's like
get
Undiscovery, Infinite, go. All right, yeah, good. Let's make something like that.
But that's another bid by Square Enix to make something happen on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, of course, all the Final Fantasy games are staying exclusive to the PlayStation 3 for the most part, or the major ones anyway.
The primary ones.
Dissidia. It's spreading.
Oh.
Watch out for that.
Get a shot.
Get some penicillin. Up next, we're going to look at the rush of people getting off the show floor for day 2. All these people on the show floor, they got to get out somewhere. And let's check out what happened yesterday at the show. Today, but it's today here, yesterday there. I'm confused. Tape.
What's up, Ryan McDonald?
Hey, what's up, man? We got 15 minutes left of day 2.
I know. Day 2's about to wrap up before the crowds infest Makuhori Messe. Let's see what we can get into in the last 15 minutes of Tokyo Game Show Day 2. Let's go. We got the AU booth.
AU booth, we got tons of mobile game stuff. Did you see the Biohazard 4 little mobile phone thing?
Yeah, dude. Looks like Resident Evil 4 on the phone. What's up with that?
Oh, yeah, dude. That game looks so way too good for a mobile phone.
I might have to get it. We got Metal Gear Solid Mobile right over here.
I haven't seen that yet. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it. It's gonna, let's go check it out. Dude, that's hell of a Snake on a phone.
That looks pretty good. It looks like Metal Gear Solid, I guess, 2? No, yeah, it looks like the first PlayStation game.
Metal Gear Solid Mobile. Look at that. It looks pretty good.
Hence, I guess, why it looks like the first game. Moving on?
Moving on. Let's go. Let's see what we can get into real quick. All right, so yeah, I got a 5. Okay, I'm moving 5 spots. All right, that's a game for the DS. Let's move on. Thank you. What do you got, Ryan?
I got this crazy game. I think it's about making food, like chocolate, and like check this out. There's like some strawberry. Look, oh, this guy's got a little DS thing. There you go. Little stylus. There's some cookies if you want to make some cookies. These guys can. Oh yeah, please go ahead. There's like a recipe, I think, for the cookies, right? Looking good. 350 calories. Tells you all the. Oh yeah, totally tells you how to make it, how much the nutritional value is. Moving on. Can we go up the stairs? Is it okay if we go up? Is it all right if we go up there? Yeah.
Oh my God. Here we go. Oh. Is that? Oh, hey. No entrance. No entrance. All right, I can't get in there. There's a bunch of really hot women up there. That's why we can't go up there. Oh my God.
Oh, you try to play that? Yeah? Is that what you said?
Let's try to play it.
Let's play it. That's what we're doing. Badminton. What's up? What's up? Badminton, baby! Badminton! Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah! You can't handle it! Yeah! What's up? Moving on, all right.
So if anybody ever wanted to see why their PlayStation 3 or their Xbox 360 costs so much, it's because of all these little gadgets. Look at that. There's the GPU, the heat sink right there.
Xbox 360 over here, look at this. I actually did this to mine the other night by accident. Blew it apart. Didn't mean to. Just got stuck in there. Had to play Stranglehold right there.
You do that by accident, dude.
Just get stuck in the tray, get stuck. Long story.
There's a Wii right there.
A Wii right there. DS Lite and a Wii. Check that out. Ever want to know what the innards of your business was?
How could you ever do that to your PSP?
I don't know. This is a PSP and a PSP Slim apparently. They just wanted to like bust that one down.
All right, so that was the game science booth.
Cosplayers here on the scene day early. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, how's it going? You guys look great. How you doing? What's up, Link?
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, good.
You guys coming back tomorrow too?
Hell yeah.
Right on. You speak really good English, by the way.
I'm Australian, mate.
We're from Australia. All you guys, yeah?
Yeah, we're all Australian, from Western Australia.
You guys come here just for TGS, obviously?
Of course, yeah.
First year?
Yeah,
first year. What do you guys think so far?
Amazing.
Now, how do you guys get in here? You guys part of the press or anything?
We're at the West Australian booth, back in Hall number 3. We're promoting Western Australia and the games convention that's happening there, GO3, next year.
When is that?
July, August was planned for.
All right, we'll be there for sure. I'm Ryan McDonald from GameSpot. Good to meet you. Awesome contacts, by the way. Super good costumes. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?
Definitely.
Excellent. Bye.
Okay, Ryan McDonald's going to try to get into this, the fighting portable Victoria's Secrets. I guess this is the PSP version of the franchise Victoria's Boxers, right?
One pro tip you got is like anybody that doesn't know Japanese PSP, it's the circle to go, the X to go back. I accidentally hit the X. Not that I didn't know it, I just hit it by accident. This is how much time we got here. 6:52, we got 8 minutes. All right, it's gonna load, I swear. Here we go.
Round 1. Let's see how he does. That's weird, fighting himself. Which one is you?
The game has got a ways to go.
All right, let's go. All right, K1 World GP. I'm gonna pick this dude, whoever that dude is. Okay, he's got like 3 mohawks. Oh, what? All right, let's pick this dude and that dude. Looks like Klitschko. All right. Come on, load, load, load. All right. What do I do? How do I punch? Oh! Yeah! I'm messing him up. Punching that dude, punching that dude. All right, go ahead. All right, right arm. I just kicked him in the groin, in the ab. Oh, right leg, 45, 30. Right arm. Knock him out. How do I knock him out? I don't think I can.
Moving on.
All right, let's go.
There's apparently a broom riding game in the next hall.
Oh my God,
That's right. All right, let's check it out. Let's go.
Broom riding game? Apparently the broom riding game is on the other side of the booth.
They're playing the music. If you can't hear it on the mic, they got this like little theme song playing, which is like, hey, slowly get out, please, get out, get out, get out. It doesn't actually say any words, but that's what the music. Hey, what song is that? It's like the New Year's Eve song. Yeah, what is the New Year's Eve song called?
For All Anxiety or whatever.
Oh, really? Where's this time on these things? Stormtroopers lined up? Should we run the line? We're gonna run the line. Come on. You wanna run the line with me? Check this out. Oh! Oh, maybe not. All right, hold on. All right, that's crazy. The other thing that happens over here at the end of the day is all the girls, they line up. Why, I don't know.
All the ladies getting lined up. Let's just run across. Here we go.
What's the trigger do?
It's for the magic.
The magic?
Yep.
I shoot stuff with the magic, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, this thing like vibrates or something. I'm going down.
Yep.
Lean forward, right?
Yeah, so like this.
Oh, hella lean forward, he said. Oh, that is crazy. I'm leaning on the screen damn near. Moving on. Thank you very much.
All right, so let's see what else we can get into here. We're almost towards the end of the hall. And I think that about does it, yeah?
Yeah.
That pretty much does it for day 2. We're dripping sweat here, all 3 of us.
Wow, that was awesome. TGS experience or something, that's awesome.
TGS in 15 minutes. All right, anyways, we got 2 more days of this experience left. You'll be seeing a little more videos from us. Keep checking the site.
Oh, when the public comes in, dresses all up, you got a little preview right there with Link and the other folks.
All right, cool, man.
All right.
So let's go get some water.
Yeah, we gotta get some water, dude.
Oh my God, peace.
Be sure to stay tuned for GameSpot's live coverage of the West Australia game show.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. Apparently we'll be there. Ryan said it. He's deemed it to be so. He's doomed us to death in Australia.
That was a pretty, I think, insane look at. I'm glad we got to see the broom game.
Yeah, totally. That was pretty crazy. And that's a hectic look at the show floor. And that's actually what it looks like around the time day 2 happens. You've been in the country for a few days. You haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep because the way that the cycle works is that they're at the show all day, and then they're staying up as late as they possibly can to upload equipment or upload videos and stories and stuff back to the site.
Right.
So you're working on very little sleep. It's super hot and super humid on top of that, so you're sweating a lot. You kind of just start to go a little bit crazy. So it becomes this weird kind of like endurance challenge on some level that you kind of start feeling yourself going insane. You get to that point where when you stand still, you kind of feel that everything around you is vibrating. That's how it happens for me around this time, around Saturday.
I could kind of sense that happening to Homer and Ryan.
Yeah.
From them running around the hall like that. And Ryan looked like he was going to die at the end there.
These guys are falling apart, man.
I'm not saying that I would do any better if I was
no,
like that.
Definitely
but,
not. You wouldn't.
But it would be... But it definitely looks like it's taking its toll on them.
Yeah, for sure. And now it's time for our last trailer of the show. We're going to send it home pretty soon here, but not before we take a look at something else completely insane. You've been waiting for this game for most of your lives, Seaman 2.
Oh, thank God.
Huh? Yo! Oh!うりゃ！俺とお前でこの島を発展させていこうじゃないか。
いいんですかね、家庭用ゲーム機にあんなキャラクターを登場させて。
ただいま電話に出ることができません。
ねえねえ、これから携帯くんって呼んでいい？
どうする？
You know, Jeff, there are some trailers that benefit from like being in Japanese, like that alone makes them crazy.
Right.
But Seaman 2, even if that was in English, I'd have no idea what was going on there.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like you'd be able to like affect time by spinning the Earth, and then one of the crazy Seaman monkey men found a cell phone.
But then there's like the crazy Seaman bird thing also, and the baby caveman found a cell phone.
That game's coming out on October 18th in Japan.
And there was a giant egg.
That game's like done. That game's coming out. It'll be interesting to see if anyone is crazy enough to bring it out over here.
I sure hope so, because the U.S. definitely needs more of Yute Saito's brand of ridiculousness.
Totally. That is just going to wrap it up for our live coverage of the Tokyo Game Show. Of course, the show still has 2 days left. We have over 200 movies on the site right now. Tons of stories for you to read. So, don't stop here, because you can get a lot deeper with all the games that we've shown over the past couple of days and learn a lot more about what is going on over there. And, of course, the guys will be uploading videos with plenty of crazy as the cosplay gets into effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Totally. We also have some exciting stuff coming up on the site emanating out of this neck of the woods. Of course, Halo 3 is being released next week, and we have a Halo launch center where you can just get on there, type in Halo 3, see, and get over there. Our whole launch center is devoted to everything you need to know about Halo 3, and later on in the weekend, Sunday, noon Pacific time, that will include our review of Halo 3.
Excellent.
So we'll have that up there. Of course, you probably pre-ordered it anyway, but hey. And then on Monday, we're actually going to have another broadcast, a taped segment called Halo 3 The First Hour, where I'll be sitting down and playing the single-player campaign for around an hour, and hopefully showing off some of the Forge mode and save film stuff and some of the other stuff with that game. So.
And then Monday night, we're going to stay up all crazy, go get our Halo
Monday
on.
night, we're going to be in lines spread all over the place, shooting stuff. I'll be at a 7-Eleven up in Petaluma. You'll be at a 7-Eleven
in San Francisco.
Ryan McDonald, he'll be just back from Japan doing his jet lag thing, going out to somewhere in Vacaville or something. So we're keeping it real. We're keeping it street level, not going to some big fancy party, keeping it gully.
I'm going to be on Market Street. I'm going to get robbed.
Yeah, you're going to get robbed for your copy.
I'm going to be on midnight on Market Street in San Francisco on a damn Monday night. Yeah, I'm not bringing my cell phone with me.
Good call. Good call. All right, well, that's going to do it for the show. Hope you had a good time. We certainly had a great time bringing it to you. And check out the site, tgs.gamespot.com, for all of your Tokyo Game Show needs. We'll be back next week.
Say what? Check that guy.